mission. We're ready now, trying to make decisions. You're finding out it's time to turn the page.
For these HBCU prospects, they hope they will turn the page into the next chapter of their football dream and on to an NFL roster. It's the final college game of the draft season and the last chance to shine for scouts. Right now, in the 2025 All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl, live from New Orleans.
Have them turn and face the press box. So I'm going to be facing here.
The sun is shining. Parades are in full effect, and the mighty Mississippi is rolling in front of the great city of New Orleans. And we are here at Yeoman Stadium on the campus of Tulane University for the ultimate showcase of HBCU draft-eligible players, the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. You can see Team Gaither against Team Robinson, and I am Steve Weich. I am joined by my colleagues here, Bucky Brooks and Charles Davis. And Mike Yam will be on the sidelines. He'll be joining us in just a little bit. And guys, this is the fourth year of this great event. And Bucky, just the overall impact of this Legacy Bowl.
Well, this is the final audition for a bunch of NFL hopefuls to really show and prove in front of a bunch of NFL scouts that are really excited to see them play against the best of the best. As an evaluator, we want to see how prospects perform in big games. It doesn't get any bigger than the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
And then there are a bunch of young men that this is likely their final game. This is the last meaningful football game that they will play before they go on to their life's work. So they want to leave a lasting impression for themselves, those memories that they'll carry forever.
And Charles, we're talking about these guys as a group, but Bucky, an impact player to look out for today.
Elijah Williams. Elijah Williams has been the most dominant player in attendance this week, and it's not a surprise when you watch him doing the regular season work. Throughout his career at Morgan State, 29.5 sacks, 50 tackles for loss. He's a dominant and disruptive force, and it showed up on the practice field. Really excited to see what he does in the game today.
Yeah, absolutely. Morgan State's all-time leading sacker. And Friday night, it was announced by the Black College Football Hall of Fame that Virginia Union running back Jada Byers is the winner of the Deacon Jones Award, which goes to the top player in Black college football.
But when you put up over 2,000 yards and 27 touchdowns on the ground in a single season, they hand you that kind of hardware. He deserves it. Also remember, he had almost 2,000 yards 2 seasons ago for Virginia Union. But even more importantly, they've won back-to-back CIAA titles powered by that man. He plays with great enthusiasm, great energy. He has vision. He has burst. He'll make you miss in the open field. He'll also run over you if you get in his path. I love the way that he plays. His energy and determination evident. His passion on every carry.
Yeah, can't wait to see him play. And now let's get the latest from the field with Mike Yam, who's down on the sideline.
Well, Steve, you guys are loving up some of the stars that we expect to ball out, and it's clearly an honor for all of these players to be selected for this game. But it's not just about the players. In fact, the same can be said for the coaches. Both of these sidelines will have co-head coaches, and it's more than just a smile. You actually got to go and win. And both of these coaches in these sets have done just that, earning conference titles. Team Gaither, made up of players from the MEAC and the CIAA. They have real HBCU Legacy Bowl experience with South Carolina State's Chennis Berry. He's coached in all 4 of these games. That the game has been in experience. Alvin Parker from Virginia Union, also one of those coaches who leveled up in the Shrine Bowl. T. Robinson, made up of SWAC and SIAC players, led by T.C. Taylor and Sam Shade. Taylor won the Black College Football National title. Sam Shade named the head coach at Alabama A&M and was a heavy-hitting safety for 8 years in the NFL. He led Miles College to a SIAC title, and he's getting his guys ready in the locker room.
Y'all hear that? What's knocking? Opportunity is knocking right out there on that field. Hey, y'all been working y'all butts off, man, long before you got here, long before this week. All right, but this week, you work your butt off. Hey, you put that fuel in the tank. Hey, these coaches, they put it in your minds. They put it in here, all right? Let it all out on that field today. I want you to empty the tank. Everything we done put in you this week, empty the tank out there today. Let's get it, baby. Let's go.
Well, I'm ready to get fired up for this game and play it, although probably Steve would be a problem for me. The reality is it's about showcasing these players, but after every single practice, both of these sets of head coaches made it clear they are here to win.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. As we get ready for kickoff, Team Robinson wearing the black jerseys and the white helmets, again made up of players from the SWAC and the SIAC, will be kicking off.
The team Gaither, made up of players from the MEAC and the CIAA. And back deep for Team Gaither, Elijah Burris, a running back out of Hampton, and Jaden Sutton, running back out of Delaware State. Guys, a big running back a lot of folks are talking about this week.
A lot of people excited about him, what he's put together.
Here we go with the kick. James Lowry out of Tennessee State. Sutton on the return. To the right, bottled up at around the 26-yard line. Tackled there by number 12, DeMarcus Cunningham out of Alabama State. So, guys, Team Gaither will be taking possession right around the 26-yard line. And the quarterback, we're expected to see Eric Phoenix, the MEAC Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year from South Carolina State. A left-hander who's looked really good this week. Looks the part, about 6'3". Number 7 in the yellow jerseys. Again, that is Team Gaither, named after legendary coach Jake Gaither. As Phoenix lines up in the shotgun. Offset is Jada Byers. The handoff to Byers to the right sideline. A lot of good defensive pressure right there. 27, James Burgess, guys, the All-American out of Alabama State, forces the tackle. All right, Bucky, who are some of your impact players here?
Well, Team Gaither, we're going to stay right outside. We're going to talk about Joaquin Davis being someone who's been dominant throughout the week. Everyone loves his size, his speed, and explosiveness. Jared Hunter, running back, who will get a chance to play after Jada Byers. And on defense, for Team Robinson, we can talk about James Burgess and also Robert McDaniel from Jackson State showing up.
Yeah, Burgess forced about a 4-yard loss on that play. So 2nd and 14, Phoenix with the quick throw. Incomplete to number 8, Jalal Dean.
That was close for Kendall Bowler. Almost came up with that one on the tip, and he would have been sprinting into the end zone for our first score of the game.
Yeah, we know, guys, Bowler can run. Let's take a look at the replay, Charles.
Ball goes off of the hands of the receiver. Bowler right there has it in his hands, but ends up going up in the air. Jalal Dean had an opportunity to put it away, couldn't. Bowler said, well, you want to give me a gift? He almost accepted it.
Yeah, and that's one thing, guys. The secondary play for Team Robinson, they've got some studs back there. 3rd and 14, Phoenix back in the shotgun. Byers offset to the left. Fakes the handoff. Phoenix has some time. Late throw. Pass incomplete. He was trying to go to Joaquin Davis, the North Carolina Central wide receiver, who's had a big week. Burgess once again on the coverage.
Yeah, James Burgess, the All-American, sitting right on it. What has been really impressive early with the DBs, really squatting on these routes, challenging the wide receivers, playing off. You love that as an evaluator.
And those were 2 of your impact players that you highlighted at the top, going head-to-head on that play.
All right, Juan Velarde for North Carolina Central set to punt. He gets it off, and we're having live returns here. Oh, the ball hit.
Illegal touch. Illegal touch. I think it might have hit a guy from Team Gaither first.
Yeah, they're excited about picking up the football. That looks like the long snapper, number 51, Carson Buchanan, coming up with it. But I think you're right, Bucky. I think it hit Team Gaither first before it touched off a player from Team Robinson.
Yeah, as we look at the replay right here, it definitely looks like it may have hit Carlvansky Decius out of Morgan State, but no flags down on the field. But there is some discussion going on with Shennis Berry from Team Gaither.
Well, he's trying to talk him into getting the football, which is what any good coach should do.
Better get his defense on the field as Miles Crawley, the quarterback from Grambling, lines up in the shotgun. And guys, number 34, Irv Mulligan, the SWAC Offensive Player of the Year, offset to his left.
He's got a tremendous first step, doesn't he, Bucky? That's what powers him. And then he takes off and lets his pads do the work from there.
Line of scrimmage is the 38-yard line. Here's Mulligan going right. He stood up by number 24, Jack Smith out of Johnson C. Smith. Nice tackle, because we know how physical of a runner Mulligan is.
Definitely a physical runner. Someone, you talk about the vision, the instincts, and awareness. He displayed that throughout the week. Really excited to see what he's able to put together in the game today.
And guys, while Crawley is starting at backfield, the coaches have said each quarterback will probably get at least 2 drives based on how things work. They're going to try to play him first, second, and third quarter, and then the starters will come back for fourth when it gets serious. Crawley lining up, 2nd and 8 from the 40, drops back to pass, dumps it off to Mulligan in the open field. Nice catch by Mulligan. This is something he said he had to work on, Bucky.
Yeah, you like to see running backs that can really become the double threat. Being able to catch it out the backfield and run it, he's shown that thus far.
And Charles, your impact players for Team Robinson.
Yeah, we've got some pretty good ones. You just talked about Irv Mulligan, and he's touched the ball in the first 2 plays. And the tight end, Jeremiah Pruitt from Florida A&M, a transfer back from Colorado State. How about Ahmad Nelson, the linebacker out of Tennessee State, and Kenny Gallup, the 3-time All-American safety from Howard. Can't wait to watch all these guys do their thing.
Yeah, Crawley, 3rd and short, hands it off to Mulligan, plows it to the right side. They got some good push. Looks like he got the first down here. So Team Robinson behind Mulligan, moving this Team Gaither defensive line with Elijah Williams playing on the inside right now, Bucky.
Yeah, sometimes when you have a dominant pass rusher like Elijah Williams, you want to soften him up by running right at him. Mulligan here takes an inside zone handoff, does the dirty work. You like to see guys that convert in these short yardage situations.
Yeah, and the offensive line did a nice job creating the push they needed. Aurelius Dunn, number 67 in the middle, out of Alabama State. Evan Henry, right guard, Jackson State 71. Jordan Taylor, 75, out of Benedict, created the space.
Ball right at midfield on the 50. Crawley drops back to pass. He is under pressure already, but he gets it off. Nobody in the area, but he escaped the pocket under big-time heat by number 18, Keandre Booker from Tennessee State.
Bucky, what do they want to teach tight ends to do when they go from this level to the NFL? What's the biggest thing they have to work on?
Well, the biggest thing is pass protection.
Absolutely.
Being able to do it, being able to hold up on your own so you can trust that he can stay in there and keep the quarterback upright. Has some struggles right there.
The reason I brought it up, Jeremiah Pruitt from Florida A&M, they kept him back there to be the guy who was supposed to protect the quarterback. And Keandre Booker ran right around him and got to the quarterback's face.
Hey guys, you see in the quarterback rotation, we don't know exactly what the 2 and 3 rotation will be, but they will get probably at least a quarter to play. As Crawley under pressure again, drops back to pass. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. Number 96, Jamel Stewart, out of Howard, gets the big paw up there, Charles.
Yeah, it was a nice play, because what they teach you is on the pass rush, as soon as you can't make any more progress back to the quarterback, get your hands up in the passing lane. Well coached, well executed by Stewart. Wasn't getting much push towards the QB, but out there in the flat, just got up in the air and knocked it away.
That's part of the ball disruption that was preached throughout the practice week. You want to get your hand on a number of balls, knock it down, see if you can disrupt the offense.
Okay, 3rd and 10. Number 11 on the near side to us for Team Robinson. Shamar Savage from Prairie View A&M has had a big week as Crawley drops back, goes to the other side, throwing deep, incomplete over Jamari Gassett from Florida A&M. Kalvansky Decius on the coverage.
Yeah, he had that one locked down. It was good that the ball wended up over the sideline, Bucky. Otherwise, we would have had to play for the football going up. And Decius, number 20, was in excellent position, the corner out of Morgan State.
Yeah, great job being in phase, staying on top of the wide receiver. It is a good thing that Crawley threw a long foul ball because that looked like an interception waiting to happen.
Matt Knoll drops back to punt, but look who's back here on the return for the punt. That's Jada Byers, number 3 in the yellow jersey for Team Gaither. Short kick. Ball's going to bounce and be recovered at about the 13-yard line as Team Gaither takes his 2nd possession as we go to break with Jamel Stewart making a big play on this drive right here. Crawley thinks he's got somebody open. Not today. We'll be right back for the HBCU Legacy Bowl after the break.
You are watching the 2025
Game called in the 2025 NFL Draft. This year's top prospects head to Indianapolis to put their skills on display. The 2025 NFL Scouting Combine starts Thursday at 3 on NFL Network, and you can stream it on NFL Plus. All right, we're all zeros after both teams were forced to punt on their opening drives. Team Gaither with their 2nd drive as Eric Phoenix out of South Carolina State lines up in shotgun. Jada Byers offset to the right at about the 14-yard line. Hand off to Byers. He cuts it back to the right. See him in the open field. Makes 2 guys miss. Spins. Byers with an awesome run in the open field. Guys, this is what makes him special.
So you got to love this. Gaither Byers putting his foot in the ground. This is what we saw from him throughout his time at Virginia Union, making guys miss at the next level. An explosive player, big-time playmaker, already having an impact on this game.
So, Bucky, as you're evaluating and you watch him make people miss, he's doing it two ways, right? He's making them miss with elusiveness, and he's also making them miss with power running through attempted tackles.
He does have all the tools that you look for.
16-yard gain on that run. And then Phoenix throws it to Keyshawn Toney across the middle, tackled by Tyson Gaither from Lane College. But again, guys, now Team Gaither gaining a little traction, mixing it up a little bit after that 5-yard completion.
Now, this is what you like to see from your quarterback. Eric Phoenix, can he settle him down? Can he build some momentum doing those things after that big explosive run? Look for a big pass here coming up.
All right, Phoenix takes a snap. Instead, he hands it to Byers. Starts right, cuts back left. The offensive line getting a little push. Byers with about a 3-yard gain, so it's 3rd and short. And Charles, okay, and let's look at Gaither Byers right here. His players are 5'7", weighed in about 190, 2,276 all-purpose yards, guys, as he led Virginia Union well into the playoffs and the CIAA championship. Guys, we've had the pleasure of covering him for about 2 or 3 years in some of these games. What about the consistency, Charles, that he has shown?
That's what you're looking for. I mean, 2 seasons ago, he was over 1,900 yards. His junior year, he played with injury and went almost 1,200 yards. And he comes back fully healthy, over 2,000. What I was laughing about, Bucky, over 2,000 yards this year. He was 2nd in Division II in rushing. Who the heck, man? I want to meet that guy.
So this is what I would say about Gaither Byers. As we talk about the evaluation, when you're talking about guys that are playing at small schools, can they put up dominant production consistently? He has been able to do that at Virginia Union, and to be able to do it when everyone knows he is the man speaks volumes about how dominant of a player he was at this level.
Okay, guys.
That's a nice play there by Team Robinson, gang tackling him and getting him on the ground. They did a really good job not letting him find any crease there. C.J. Presley, number 45, at the point of attack.
Oh, wait, Shennis Berry and Alvin Parker going forward on 4th and 1 right here from their own 39. Okay.
I like it. I like it.
You got to be able to get this.
Byers with the handoff, makes a guy miss, slips through, gets the 1st down. And let me ask you about this, because, Bucky, you were a scout for a long time in the NFL. He is a shorter back, and you're seeing him kind of get lost in the mud right here on this run.
Yeah, he is 5'7", 185 pounds. But the big thing to me is he's the best player on their team. In these moments, you want to see how do they handle crucial situations. Another conversion for Gaither Byers.
And one other thing, Shennis Berry, who's had outstanding success at Benedict and now South Carolina State. What's his background? Offensive line.
Right.
4th and short, he expects them to pick it up.
Phoenix drops back, goes deep to Joaquin Davis, mugged down the field by number 21, Marcel Blocker. That's going to be defensive pass interference.
I want to see where that took place, because if that flag's coming late, Blocker's got him pinned to the sideline with nowhere to go. So I didn't see where the flag needed to come out at that point. He may have impacted him earlier in the route, and that's why the flag came out.
So let's watch the replay here, Bucky. Let's see where it is.
See, right there, that's not going to tell me anything, because guess what? He's got him pinned to the sideline. Blocker won the battle.
Blocker did a great job at the point of attack, winning, forced him wide along the sideline. But he kind of got in there, didn't look back, and you know, it's an offensive game. All of these penalties are going to go in the way of the offense because we want to see scoring.
Oh, I totally get it, but I'm just going to tell you.
That's the ODB in you. That's the ODB in you.
That flag never should have come out. Never.
All right, for the first time, we've seen Phoenix gets under center with the ball on the 30-yard line. We've got to reverse. The ball is going to Jalal Dean, but he gets forced out.
That is played so well by the secondary.
Edwin Sommerauer out of Alcorn State, number 25 in black, looked like he was the one who forced him out of bounds right there.
He wasn't by himself. I saw Robert McDaniel, number 29, in on that play. They really did a nice job just staying with the play and not letting any cutback happen, and they just strung it out to the sideline.
Okay, so we've seen Team Gaither go a lot of inside, a lot of power stuff. They go outside. Now Phoenix, after the 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13 on the 33. Takes a snap, drops back. Under some pressure. Phoenix gets it off. Joaquin Davis can't get it. There is a flag down on the field.
It looks like a little holding.
First flag that we have seen today.
Holding.
Offense number 63.
Is the signal.
10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
And these are one things, guys, with the penalties. We're going to watch it right here, but you want a clean game in an all-star game, but sometimes that's tough because these guys haven't played football for months.
No, they haven't played football. And when we talk about offensive lines, there's a continuity that comes from being around each other, continuity and chemistry. They've only been together for a week, so you're going to see some of these breakdowns in protection.
All right, let's talk about 2nd and 23. Right here is Phoenix now. Is going to be taking a snap close to midfield with Jada Byers offset to his left. Phoenix looking to go across the middle, going to second read. This is Joaquin Davis, number 88, the 6'4" wide receiver out of North Carolina Central. And guys, some of the things we heard about Joaquin Davis, they know he's fast, but the route running, what about the coaches putting him on that type of button hook type of route across the middle, something he didn't do too much at Central?
Yeah, he certainly didn't do that. This is a guy, when you look at him, when you watch him at the combine, 4.44 speed, 40.5-inch vertical. He is a straight line vertical stretch player. You want to see if he can run those intermediate routes. Really good job running the curl route, come back to the quarterback.
All right, so we're 3rd and about 12 right here. Phoenix, slow handoff, under pressure, escapes, he feels it, gets the ball off, ball's in the air, incomplete. It's 3rd and long. We saw them go for it on 4th and short. This is no man's land, guys. Do we think we're going to see a punt right here?
I would go for if I would go for it if I'm them. You mentioned no man's land, but this is a nice play, Bucky, by McDaniel.
Yeah, Rob McDaniel, one of the guys that we talked about, one of the standouts who has a chance to be drafted. You see him here closing on the ball, hand in front, kept the hand wrapped around the waist just in case he didn't get it, he could secure the tackle. Really like that high-level play by him.
So this is going to be almost a 51-yard attempt here, and I think you're pushing the limits of what you're going to get.
Yeah, Dylan West out of Howard, the first-team All-MEAC kicker, lines it up, boots it. Looks like it's got the distance. No, a little short. So the defense for Team Robinson stands up.
Way to stand up. Good job. Sudden change.
Okay, so scores are 0 as we have a stoppage in play right now. Team Gaither and Team Robinson. And as we head to break, the music you hear was created by Joshua Ornelas, who is a student at 1500 Sound Academy, a music education school in Inglewood, California. Thanks, Joshua. We'll be right back.
Legacy Bowl knotted at 3:44. It's Team Robinson and Team Gaither trying to get on the board. Now, last possession, we saw Jada Byers. There's been a lot of fanfare of his play, and rightfully so. We saw him break out with a couple runs here. Jada, I asked some of the coaches, hey, who's the guy that stands out in a lot of these meetings? They all smiled, and they said, Jada Byers is the guy. He told me, he said, I'm a happy guy. I play because of my kids. He's got a son who's 2 and a daughter, Azraline, who is 3. Now, his daughter was born with a condition called gastroschisis, which is a defect where there's a hole in the abdominal wall allowing the intestine to protrude outside of her body. The good news is she is in good condition, she's smiling, and she is healthy.
Great story, Mike. Love hearing stories like that. And good on Jada for taking care of that family and trying to get to the next level so he can take care of them even a little bit more. As we saw Crawley make a completion to Anthony Evelyn out of Lane College, known more so as a return guy, but nice catch on the sideline over there to get the first down.
Bucky, let's talk about Crawley very quickly here. What have you seen from him this week? Because I've heard a lot of people express this is the best they've seen Miles Crawley in his entire career with what they saw in practice this week.
Yeah, had a really good week of practice. When you looked at him, he was the best quarterback in terms of spinning the ball. And it's one of the things that when you watch the tape at Grambling, you didn't see this same play. There we see a pass interference penalty. But the consistency with which he delivered the ball this week was certainly impressive. He certainly has helped himself in the eyes of evaluators.
Yeah, I think they missed a hold on the pass rush, but made up for it downfield with the receiver being in the field with.
Defense number 34, automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
Hey guys, looks like we had a roster change because we don't have any 34 for Team Gaither right now. We'll get that cleared up in a moment. But also one thing that we heard about Crawley, Bucky, was, you know, throughout most of his career, he's had several different offensive coordinators as well. And just being in an environment like this where he can play, and let his talents take over has really allowed some things to come through.
He certainly has flourished this week. T.C. Taylor has done a really good job of making the game plan easy for him. He's thrived in this, and this is really hopeful. It's really helpful when you're an evaluator. Look at him improve. Maybe it's just the right coach that can unlock some of this talent.
Well, a nice play right there as he dumps it off to number 14 after rolling out to his left to Tavarius Griffin, the tight end out of Alcorn State. Really productive player, first team all SWAC player.
Yeah, he played running back, tight end. He was a versatile player. Bucky, what'd you like about that play, the way that they utilized him on that one?
Well, look, I like the way he slid out the backfield and did those things, but let's go back to the quarterback. When we talk about quarterbacks, it's easy for a right-handed quarterback to throw to his right. It's harder going to the left. To see Crawley roll out to his left and make a nice dump off really shows the improvement that he's made since the end of the season.
So first down on the 10-yard line, handoff. He gives it to number 9.
Look at that. Tutty.
That was Walter Wilbon out of Florida Memorial to get Team Robinson on the board. Think they're happy? Think they're happy for that celebration? Walter Wilbon getting in the end zone?
Yeah, Walter Wilbon going around the corner. I love this. This is an old buck sweep coming around the corner, but then it's finding an alley in a lane. Not only does he find that lane, but I love the way he finished with a little violence. We talk about in the red zone, tight red zone. It gets a little physical. He was willing to stick his head up in there and get the touchdown.
1,000-yard runner last year, Florida Memorial. He did everything you described there, Bucky, to get into the end zone for our initial score of the game.
Yeah, great blocking by Christian Love and Christian Twyman. Two Christians clearing a hole for him to walk into the end zone untouched.
Way to scoot in there.
James Lowry out of Tennessee State on the PAT, and it is good. Team Robinson, the first on the board with a really nice drive aided by defensive pass interference, is to go up 7-0 here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. We got some things to celebrate. And we'll be back right after the break here in New Orleans. Like Romello Williams is getting ready to go in. Okay, we are back here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Robinson just scored a touchdown to go up 7-0. Team Gaither is taking over at the 25-yard line. And Romello Williams, quarterback out of Virginia State, comes in now for Eric Phoenix to get things going for Team Gaither. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the first quarter here.
So we do have the mystery cleared up. Ahmad Nelson, who was supposed to wear number 11 for Tennessee State, he's wearing 34. That was him on the coverage on that long pass play where they drew the pass interference. So he'll be wearing 34 instead of 11, playing for Team Gaither in the goal.
All right, appreciate that.
False start. Offense number 63, 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Okay, great. So now it is 1st and 15 for Team Gaither as they try to get some things going with Romello Williams. Jared Hunter, Bucky, a player you talked about, the running back out of Howard University, also in the backfield.
Yeah, Jared Hunter is someone who's been very productive. When I watched him on tape, I love the vision, the balance, the body control. Let's see if we can get it going. Continue to build upon what Jada Bias started.
You're rotating a lot of players through now on both sides. As Williams, the Virginia State quarterback, steps up and runs it. It's got some open field. A nice gain, gets out to about the 26-yard line.
You know, Romello Williams began his career at the alma mater of one of our colleagues at NFL Network, Scott Pioli, Central Connecticut State. Had 12 starts there before transferring to Virginia State. And this season, 2,275 yards, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 63% completion rate. So this is an experienced young quarterback.
So 2nd and 9 for Williams. Drops back under pressure. Sacked on that play by Traquan Thomas out of Alabama State, who was there in no time, Charles.
Yeah, that was almost what Bucky, what we used to call that, jailbreak?
Jailbreak.
Right?
Quick,
just
fast.
watch from the backside. That's where it's going to occur. And right there, and he gets enough of the body on him that as he tries to spin away, he goes to the ground.
Yeah, really good player for one of my former teammates, Eddie Robinson, down at Alabama State with the Swarm, getting it done coming off the edge.
Got those Hornets.
All right, Williams now third and more than 20 from the 15-yard line. Drops back to pass.
Oh, good job.
Big hit.
Got a penalty flag on the ground again.
Yeah,
They read that one so well. C.J. Presley read it so well that he eliminated his pass rush. Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 57. That penalty is declined. It's fourth down.
So I was talking about Presley, number 45, the defensive lineman. He read it so well, he abandoned the pass rush and dropped back into the passing lane, knowing exactly where the ball was going to go. And look at the play right there. DeMarcus Cunningham, who began the game on kickoff coverage with a tackle, gets the second one there.
Yeah, another Alabama State defender showing up. Man, I love the instincts and awareness that this defense is playing with.
So you're saying Coach Robinson's teachings are paying off, aren't they?
I think they may be listening. Yes. They may be hitting some of those sage words of wisdom.
All right, Juan Velarde on the punt. We've got a return.
Uh-oh.
That's Joaquin Davis, the wide receiver, covering punts there. And Bucky, as you know, when you're going to try and make that jump into the league, often you make a team on special teams first, and many of those guys don't do that at their schools.
Yeah, let's say this about Joaquin Davis. He was one of the guys that was very diligent about the way he approached special teams throughout the week. Everyone was excited about him on Monday when he posted those times. But I'm going to tell you, the scouts were more excited about watching him work on special teams because that will have to be his calling card onto an NFL roster.
Yeah, that was DeJuan Bell, the first-team All-SIAC punt returner from Fort Valley State, who caught that one. And now we got to change at quarterback. Daniel Richardson out of Florida A&M, a big-time performer. Drill Shamar Savage, great catch up the seam. What a dot by Richardson.
Yeah, when we're looking at quarterbacks, it's all about throwing with touch, timing, and anticipation. Fresh off the bench, they hit a little switch route in the seam. He delivers it right on that upfield shoulder. Love it. Protecting the wide receiver.
Quarter.
All right, last play of the first quarter as we get ready to change sides of the field. Team Robinson driving again with the 7-0 lead over Team Gaither. Gaither can't get anything going offensively. Robinson rocking and rolling here in the fourth annual HBCU Legacy Bowl. We've had some big plays. We'll see if we have more when we come back from the break here from Yulman Stadium at Tulane University in New Orleans.
Team Robinson on top 7-0. A couple minutes ago, you saw wide receiver Shamar Savage make a nice grab. Now, if you're going to root for one player in the game, it is him. An inspirational story. He's overcome massive challenges to play in this game. Savage, a tough upbringing. His mom serving time, and without his father around at the age of 12, he found himself being taken in by the Hayes family. He spent a few years with them before moving back with his family. A 4-bedroom home, 15 people living there, guys. The conditions far from ideal. At one point, there was a lock on the refrigerator keeping him from having food. The mistreatment was too much. He found himself homeless, bouncing around from home to home until he was 17 years old. There were 7 different families, including his high school coach, Andrew Jones, who took him in. And here he is now, guys, playing in this game.
So, Mike, what you're saying is a little hard work in the football field is not going to faze that young man, is it?
Wow, what an absolutely incredible story when you hear someone who's persevered like that and really had a strong week. I mean, Savage is somebody, Bucky, we folks we spoke to said this number 11, someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, so Steve, as an evaluator, it goes beyond what guys do on the field. Sometimes you want to dig into their stories to see what would be the reason that they will be able to stay around. Have they gone through some stuff? What resilience have they displayed throughout their lives that will lead them to kind of handle the tough moments? When you hear his story, it makes you believe that he's going to have a chance if he's able to get into a camp.
And Bucky, I love hearing that because, again, you spent so many years as a scout, and just some of the details that go into that type of evaluation, that really helps with the assessment of seeing if these guys can really get to the next level. As we saw Jack Smith make a tackle All right, let's send it back down to Mike Gam. He's got a little bit more on that story.
You know, Steve, you guys are talking about that resiliency, and at 17, you know, Savage, he ends up in Los Angeles playing out Mount San Antonio. That junior season, he's living in an abandoned, roach-infested home. Plays well enough. He lands at Prairie View A&M. Right now, this kid is on pace to graduate in May, a double major. He's the first in his family to have a high school diploma and a college degree. As this week unfolded, we saw a player who's just making plays out there. Getting to know him, we found one of the mentally toughest players in New Orleans.
Hey, Mike, don't tell my parents about him getting that double major. After everything he's gone through, he's going to double major. My parents are going to now go back through my report cards and ask me a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's no reason why.
What were you doing?
Hey, speaking of double majors, Donovan Eaglin, who caught that swing pass out of Alabama A&M, he put a double licks on those defenders to make this a fourth and somewhat manageable for Team Robinson as they're trying to get on the scoreboard again. But Eaglin, a big back, first team all SWAC.
Michigan State transfer back.
Richardson drops back, low pass, intended for number 3, Jamari Gassett. So the ball is going to turn over on downs as Team Robinson's drive stalls right here. So Team Gaither going to get another opportunity to finally tie things up. We'll be back with Team Robinson up 7-0 here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Hey, co-pilot, what are some of the...
Welcome back to the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. You are looking at the All-Corn State Sounds of Dynamite Marching Band. That will be your halftime entertainment. And as we know with Black College football, it's not just a game. It is about the halftime show. And right now we are joined by class of 2025 Black College Football Hall of Fame member Dominique Vargas-Cromartie from Tennessee State University. First off, congratulations on making it in with a great class. But what do you think about this game, an all-star game for HBCU players that wasn't around when you came out of Tennessee State?
Nah, not at all, man. I'm loving it, man. Come out here and see these guys get the exposure that they need, man, and let people know that they are out there and we are out here. Man, it's just great to see. I'm loving it.
No, talk about that experience going from an HBCU to being a dominant player in the National Football League. What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome to be a high-level player in the pros?
To be honest, the speed of the game, just learning concepts and where receivers lining up at and just learning the game itself. But from an athletic standpoint, you know, I was pretty good, but just learning the game. The speed of the game was way faster, and to see that talent day in and day out.
Yeah, I love how you say you were pretty good. I still remember you at the Combine. Everybody just said, oh, my goodness, who is that young man? A little bit of pride about the HBCUs, though.
Sir.
Your alma mater, Tennessee State. You're no longer in an HBCU conference, but Big South Ohio Valley, you win that this year. Eddie George, your coach, what's it like having your Tigers back on the prowl?
Oh, man, it's a blessing to see that, man, because I know how hard those guys work. You know, when I first got done, I went there and did like a little internship there to see where the program's going and where it's headed. It's a blessing to see, and to go to the playoffs, you know, like you say, from the OVC, man, that's amazing to see.
Yeah, it's not the one thing I will say, though. Not cool that you win the OVC and you got to go to Montana.
Yeah, that was
play a night game in your first round deal. But right now, 1AA, you got to go out there to deal with those teams. Montana, Montana State, North Dakota State, South Dakota State. Definitely. That's where the power is.
Well, speaking of states, Virginia State quarterback Romello Williams on 3rd and short after a big run after following a completion to Norfolk State's Jaquez Jones. And, you know, one thing, Dominique, when you were coming out in the draft, as it looks like we're about to get a first down on the run right here, they were talking about how you performed in your postseason workouts, which helped elevate you into the first round, where you were taken by the Arizona Cardinals. Take a break to see what
illegal hands to the face, defense number 92. The 5-yard penalty is added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
All right, real quick, we talked about you going into the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Let's look at the overall class that you are going in with. Henry Dyer from Grambling State, Rashean Mathis, one of the best of this era, Jaquay Nunnally from Florida A&M, UDRC, 2004-2007. Fred Pop Long was the coach at Wiley College. And my guy, Jay Skywalker, the quarterback from Howard. What's it been like? Because you're all here. You guys get to meet each other, hang out a little bit. What's it been like getting together with these guys?
Man, it's been an honor to hear their story and the stuff that they went through, knowing that how hard it is to come from an HBCU and to see it all unfold. And then you get to go in with a guy that you looked up to in Rashean Mathis. I mean, you can't ask for more.
Oh, Jamella Williams takes a big-time sack. Traquan Thomas, again, Charles, a player that you highlighted earlier.
That's his second sack of the ball game as he gets the pass rush. Pass protection was good. He had plenty of time to find someone. So what does that tell you, DRC? That means the coverage
is great.
Right?
Yes,
Tight
sir.
downfield. He can't find anyone, and that'll allow Traquan Thomas to finish the deal.
So, I mean, when here's Traquan Thomas right here, 6 foot, 236, first team all SWAC, 12 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. The forced fumbles is something, Bucky, as an evaluator, especially from an edge rusher, that seems to really come in because that's the strip sack.
It's all about disruption. We talk about those sacks, the forced fumbles translating to production at the NFL level. That is very impressive from Traquan Thomas.
Sounds good. Big time throw by Romella Williams. Looks like Jalal Dean on the reception. You know where he went to school, DRC?
Tennessee State.
Tennessee State. Is that him right there? Is it Trajan Spiller? I'm sorry, Trajan Spiller out of Prairie View A&M. Making a nice catch there on the throw from Romella Williams. And DRC, you know, again, when I was talking about, they said some of your postseason work. You were a 3-time All-Ohio Valley, a big-time track star, but still you had that small school label on you.
Yeah.
How much did it mean for you to show up in some of the Reese's Senior Bowl and things like that and show out the way you did?
That was my main mindset going into the Senior Bowl, knowing that I was going to be an underdog. I just wanted to show them that I could compete with anybody at any level. So the whole time at practice, I just was thinking I can't let nobody just catch a ball for real. Oh, good concentration.
Yeah, big-time play. Did he fight for the first down on the second effort there? Is that Cameron King?
As long as he stayed in bounds, that's going to be the key as he caught the ball on the sideline. I think they're going to mark him where he caught the ball, Steve, because I'm not seeing him get the extra yardage after the catch. Let's take a look here. Look at Williams exit the pocket, and he rifles a nice shot. And look at the catch right there, and then the foot goes right over the sideline. So there you go.
Team Gaither.
Yeah, that was a near interception by Javius Williams.
Full timeout.
On that play, as Team Gaither takes its timeout with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in DRC.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to keep you here. I'm being told to keep you in here. But when you were coming out, and maybe even some guys before you, if they had something like this, remember, they practiced all week. All 32 teams were here. How many more players from these black colleges do you think we could have seen get opportunities?
I think we'll have a lot more, especially like you said, you have a whole week to look at us, evaluate us, and give us a chance to really showcase what we really can do. That'll help us tremendously. So I'm definitely loving this. Every time I hear about the HBCU, I try to come down and watch these guys. So it's been real good.
Hey, Dominique, we always talk about football, and that's very, very important, obviously.
Right.
But most of these guys are going to go on to their life's work.
Right.
You mentioned that internship that you did back at Tennessee State.
Yes, sir.
How about going back and getting your diploma as well?
Oh, yeah.
What was that experience like for you to go back and get that sheepskin, as we used to call it?
Man, that was for my mother, man. She told me she wasn't a big sports lady. As long as I finished school, I could do whatever I want. So as soon as I got done playing, she was on me. Hey, you got to get your degree. Got to get your degree. So I definitely finished for her and myself.
Did you just take it just right to her?
Yep, right to her.
There you go.
Sir.
Love hearing that story. Shockwave Jones catches that ball from Romella Williams on 4th down. Is now Team Gaither has 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. They kind of got a flow going.
Yeah,
offensively here.
Hey, DRC, before you go, give us a play call here. I mean, what are you going to have if you got this kind of position? What are you looking for?
Me from a defensive standpoint?
Yes, sir.
If I'm up top, I'm forcing him inside. He will not get outside of me because I know he got to come to the quarterback. See how easy that throw is? He wouldn't have got that up. Nope. I'd have been playing for that. I'd have been playing for that.
Playing for the fade. Take the fade away.
You wouldn't have just played for it. You would have ran and got it.
I'd have ran and got it. Yes, sir.
And that's James Burgess. It looks like the All-American.
Really good job pinning him to the sideline.
You like that position, Dominique?
Yes, and
that's
the
excellent.
best thing he did was turn his head around.
All right, well, Dominique, appreciate taking some time with us.
Yes,
Go
sir.
enjoy the rest of it. We'll see you in June at the enshrinement ceremony in Atlanta.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Dominique Rogers-Cromartie, a member of the class of 2025 Black College Football Hall of Fame, spent a little time with us as Team Robinson.
Bucky, he was pretty easy to scout, wasn't he?
Really easy, man. When you're big, fast, physical, you make plays on the ball. Makes a job of an evaluator very, very easy when we're projecting someone for a first-round talent.
All right, Jared Hunter on the run. Looks like a little extracurricular activity going down. Defensive back Amon Scarborough, who's been talking big all week. Tying up with Trajan Spiller as you're seeing the run right here. I know we were talking to DRC, but what about the pacing of this drive here by Team Gaither?
Yeah, they found their rhythm, and this is one where we talk about sometimes in these all-star games, because it's been a long layoff for players. They haven't put a pass on. It takes them a while to kind of settle in. We're seeing this team settle in.
All right, 3rd and 9 on the 38-yard line. Big down here for Team Gaither. Williams out of Virginia State, number 4. Plenty of time in the pocket. Takes off in the middle.
Uh-oh.
He's done this several times. He's brought down about a yard short of the sticks, but Williams, guys, really seems to have a nice feel of the spacing on the field.
So what you like about him, he hung in the pocket as long as possible. Didn't take off at the first sign of trouble, but then when he took off, he was very decisive, made a move, put him close to first down yardage.
Yeah, 92 True Thompson, who missed him initially on the hustle play, catches him downfield to force this 4th and long one.
Listen, if he doesn't make that hustle play, he picks up the first down on that carry.
All right, Jared Hunter offset to the right. He's had some tough runs, and he gets the handoff here, takes a big hit, spins, slips the tackle, gets across the 30.
Close. Nope, they're gonna say no. I see the judge.
They've already turned it over. They've already turned it over.
The judge on the near side was already pointing in the opposite direction.
Yeah, you saw Team Robinson really dial it up with the aggressiveness coming towards the line of scrimmage on that play.
Presley made the play initially, Bucky and Steve. He got into the backfield and made him move his feet to the opposite side, right into a cloud of black jerseys.
All right, once again, Team Robinson's defense stands up, and they hold on to the 7-0 lead here at the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Starting with the offensive formations, only 3 base packages are allowed. 21 personnel means there are 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 2 receivers. 12 is 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and 2 receivers, while 11 has 1 running back, 1 tight end, and 3 receivers. On defense, only 2 zone packages allowed. Cover 2, where there's 2 DBs are in deep coverage, or cover 3 with 3 DBs dropping back. And finally, both teams run a 4-3 defense, and only players on the defensive line are allowed to rush the passer. So whether you're a corner linebacker, there are no blitz. Okay, now it is 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line for Team Robinson as they line up to try to get another score with 6 minutes and 27 seconds left in the half. And a quarterback here. We still have Daniel Richardson, and that was sent to Mike Yam on the sideline.
All right, Steve, all week long, we have been smiling looking at some of these Rydell helmets. Larry Kennedy is the National Accounts Manager for Rydell, and he's with me here on the sidelines. All right, we'll get to the helmets in just a moment, but explain to me why it's so important to have this relationship with the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Well, first of all, Rydell is the founding partner of the HBCU Legacy Bowl and the HBCU Career Fair. And at Rydell, we believe in service and giving back to the football community. And every year, we provide the players with the top-of-the-line helmets, shoulder pads, and other protective gear in the game. And the one thing about Rydell, we'll continue to support the Legacy Bowl from year to year, and at the same time, we champion the game of football, and we'll continue to grow the game of football.
Well, you made reference to the safety aspect of it, and I do want to just bring the helmet in. I mean, Larry, these things are so sweet. The matte finish, I got to tell you, they look great in white. They look great in the black as well, but take me through the design.
Well, first of all, we work hand in hand with Adidas. So we build a concept out, and then it's our job at Rydell to bring the product to life, to bring it to the field, and that's what you see out here on the field, what the players are wearing. That slick design, of course, with Rydell and Adidas. So that's how that happens. And then, of course, the Axiom itself, this beauty, as I will say, the Axiom is our most advanced helmet property, of course, platform. And, of course, if you start looking at it, the iconic flex panel, and, of course, the flex panel system that you see here. And if you flip it and you open it up, what you see is our True Fit system that is personalized, and it is a fitted, personalized helmet for the individual player that is scanned with our 3D scanning technology.
Larry, that is so cool, and once again, they look great from a functionality standpoint, also getting the job done. And I guess at the end of the day, Steven, you know this, man, look good, feel good, play good. That's the mantra for you guys up in the booth.
Absolutely.
Oh, no, that's you, Mike Yam. You're the one rocking the shades out there. I bet you even wear those sunglasses at night. Good to hear from Larry Kennedy, a guy I used to cover when he played at the University of Florida, Charles.
Yeah, he was a heck of a player, too. I remember him quite well. He played on some excellent Gaither teams, and they were fortunate to have him. But imagine if all three of us put on one of those helmets, it looked like Daft Punk up
Oh, man.
You know, with the eye shade and the whole deal.
Don't give him any ideas. As Team Robinson is marching down the field, his number 10 quarterback, Daniel Richardson, has had 3 really precise catches, or precise throws before he hands it off right there to Ike Brown, the 3rd leading rusher in the SIAC out of Lane University.
Bucky, he looks like, you know, we're getting ready for baseball season to start. He looks like a pitcher who knows how to control his throws, doesn't he?
He
got the whole array and the whole arsenal, an excellent touch.
Yeah, excellent touch. Just doing a really good job of just playing the game in rhythm, on time. I just love how he's led this team.
The only throw that he's missed, the 4th down throw, where he had an opportunity. That's been his only misfire so far in terms of how he's throwing it.
2nd and 7, Irv Mulligan back in the lineup. Now he's under pressure. They're setting up Mulligan on a swing pass to the right. Mulligan in the open field. A flag down.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
It's Christian Twyman from Miles.
Yeah, first team All-SIAC player. He led the nice block on the touchdown run. Charles, let's take a look at it.
And he got his feet stopped, Bucky.
Yeah, right away.
And had a really, really tough time because Keandre Booker from Tennessee State, number 18, put a quick move on him and was past him quickly.
Yeah, we saw the first step quickness and the snap count anticipation from Booker. We've seen him get in the backfield before. That speed scares you, can make you a little jittery.
All right, now Richardson on 2nd and long, guys. There's 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And Bucky, in an all-star game like this, is there anything that can be put into clock management at this point? Because he really was handling things well on the longer drive before the penalty.
Yeah, it's all about management. That's part of the job of the quarterback. Can you manage the game? Can you keep us in good situations? How do you respond to these negative plays? All of those things factor into the final evaluation.
Richardson drops it off to his tight end, Jeremiah Pruitt, who's had a huge week.
Great week.
And Charles, what about that play by Pruitt? He's showing off his athleticism, and he was one of 3 tight ends that really showed up for Florida A&M this year.
Yeah, he certainly did. And what I liked most of all was he kept himself alive, Bucky, because that route took a little bit longer in the pass play. But Daniel Richardson, I think, went through about 3 progressions before he found Pruitt open on the sideline.
Yeah, man, he has done a really good job of getting the ball to the playmakers. But you talked about Pruitt finishing with violence. That's the way that you want to see it at the next level.
And he got the first down as Irv Mulligan takes a handoff to the left side. That guy Elijah Williams was the first one on the contact before he gets stopped short. A late flag.
I think they're going to get him for throwing the way they've ended up the end of the tackle. I think they're going to get him for excess on that one. That's the way it felt because the flags came out at the same time.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 8. The penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal from the end of the play. Automatic first down.
I think you could hear the whistles blowing as they had him wrapped up. So watch how he's met right there. There's Holland, number 8. And there's Keandre Booker, and now here comes a host of guys in yellow, and then the big throw at the end of it. And that's what they're trying to get out of the game. They don't want to see that WWE suplex and slam at the end of it. Whistles are blowing, help each other up, take the hits off of each other.
And right now, if DRC was up here, he'd be like, nah, that wasn't too bad. All right, so we have 1st and goal, 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. Bucky, you talked about managing it. You see Irv Mulligan, the stand-up running back from Jackson State, number 34 in there. Is this Irv Mulligan time?
It has to be Irv Mulligan time. We talk about running backs being able to put the ball in the paint, particularly inside the tight red area. Let's see if he can find a way to finish.
Got Jeremiah Pruitt split out into the slot.
Got him wide open.
Wow,
nice
touchdown pass. DeJuan Bell, Fort Valley State. But what a dot again by Daniel Richardson out of Florida A&M.
Yeah, this is great. He saw the mismatch right away. The slot receiver, Bell wide open. He sees it, delivers it to him. And what I like about that, could have thrown a fastball, gave him a little change up, make it easy for the wide receiver to make the catch.
So, Bucky, is this when people talk about winning in pre-snap? Was that an example of that by Daniel Richardson?
Absolutely. He won in the pre-snap phase, saw 3 deep coverage, running 4 verticals. There's a natural wide receiver that's going to come open just based on the coverage and the route concept. Didn't rush it, made the throw, so you love it.
And Bucky, we talked about Irv Mulligan being in there. If we replay this once again, watch what his presence did to freeze the linebacker and the safety to allow that to get up. Wow, no pressure. And the kick hit somebody before it goes up.
They walked the offensive lineman back. Little bull rush.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, 13-0 lead with Team Robinson here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. State Sound of Dynamite getting ready to show up at halftime and turn it out here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Robinson up 13-0. And before we went to break, we saw a batted PAT try. They're going to reset it because players are not allowed to rush on this, and so they ruled that there was a little too much pressure coming up the middle,
too much pressure. There was some gamesmanship. That's what it was.
That's where
you saw the middle of the line, a little bull rush.
On the previous play, the defense rushed the kicking team, which is not allowed by rule. The ball hit a kicking team player. We're going to redo the try.
It's a good job by the official catching that.
All right, James Lowry from Tennessee State getting a second shot, and after all that,
he better stripe it right through the post.
Yeah, if he misses, that'll be problematic.
Lowry with the kick, no pressure.
Attaboy.
There we go.
And
there
he makes it 14-0. Team Robinson, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. And the 2025 NFL Draft is in Green Bay, and there's only one show that can get you ready. Who are the top picks? Who has the best draft grade? And what positions does your team need the most? Find it all on Path to the Draft, debuting March 31st only on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus. And you will see a lot of Charles Davis and Bucky Brooks on Path to the Draft as we're getting ready for the upcoming draft. And hopefully we'll be talking about some of the players that we're seeing today in the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Isn't it amazing in our lifetime how the draft has grown in interest, popularity? You know, it's just been unbelievable watching how it's magnified over the years.
And how many people just love it? And even the interest in this game, seeing how guys can ascend to the next level.
I think people understand they may not be able to play, but they feel like they know what a good player looks like.
All right, as we go to the 2-minute warning, Daniel Richardson with the strike to DeJuan Bell to give Team Robinson a 2-touchdown lead. And it is a, not party, it's a party. We're here in New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras time. Miles College in the house. But hold up, is he doing a Dougie? Is he getting a Dougie, my man, in the tan? Yes, sir. All right, we are back. Team Robinson up 14-0 over Team Gaither. Team Robinson made up of players from the SWAC, Southwestern Athletic Conference, and the SIAC. And Daniel Richardson, the quarterback out of Florida A&M, just threw that last touchdown for that 2-touchdown lead, playing well. 2 minutes left. We'll see, guys, if Team Gaither can put something together on this quick strike to kind of get a touchdown close, or at least get in scoring position for a field goal. We have a little delay in the action here, but it's not just the fans that were partying up there. We've got some coaches getting it in here on the Team Robinson sideline. Little dance party.
Bucky, you played both sides of the ball. You were a wide receiver and a defensive back in the NFL. In this situation here, the team with the 14-0 lead, playing defense is a lot of fun right now, isn't it?
Oh, it is a lot of fun because you know what the situation is. It's all pass. So now your pass rushers are going after it. Ears peeled back, ignoring the run, going after the quarterback. And then at defense, you're trying to make an educated guess on when you can squat on the route to maybe get a pick six.
A player to look for here for Team Gaither is Joaquin Davis, number 88. Out of North Carolina Central. At the top of your screen, as Traylon Ellis drops back, takes off to run. Ellis with a big run, evades, gets down.
He did a nice job.
Down. Well done by Traylon Ellis.
Really nice job evading Aaron Miller, number 55. Look to the left of the screen, right there. And then when he stepped up, Bucky used the word earlier for Daniel Richardson. Excuse me, for one of the quarterbacks taking off, decisive. That's exactly what he was there.
Yeah, Traylon Ellis again, dropping back. Plenty of time.
Nice, right on the
Gets the
sideline.
ball right here to Jalal.
Did he have the foot down?
Yeah.
Remember, they're still playing college rules in terms of 1 foot, not 2. Did that 1 foot come down?
Well, let's see if we can take a look at it.
It was determined yes, and there is no replay, so that's going to count on the books.
Tennessee State to Tennessee State. A little familiarity right there. Traylon Ellis getting that ball to Jalal Dean.
Yep, he did. Had to put the foot in. Jalal Dean, Eddie George told me, had his best season this year. Most consistent, and when they needed him in the biggest moments, he always showed up.
All right, 2nd and 1. 1:27 left on the clock. Team Gaither tries to get on the board. Ellis, plenty of time. Trying to get open, gets rid of it.
Smart play.
Live to see another day.
Bucky, we think about this. I mean, we always talk about these quarterbacks transferring, and, you know, everyone's transferring. But to go from system to system, because remember, Traylon Ellis was at Austin Peay, conference's freshman of the year, was a 2-year starter there before transferring to Tennessee State. Took a little while to gain some traction there, but once he did in this last season, really took off. Do you give him points and bonuses for going through multiple systems?
Look, it's a complete game changer now in the scouting world with guys being able to jump in and out the portal. You do give them credit for not only learning multiple systems, but kind of getting scuffed up along the way and coming on the other, getting to the other side of it.
So Donovan
Ellis with the handoff. Looks like to Jaden Sutton as they're trying to get the first down here just to give themselves some fresh downs. 1:09 and
they got it
on the clock.
They picked it up.
Sutton, the big back out of Delaware State.
And you're mentioning Joaquin Davis earlier. This is him at the bottom of the screen.
Ellis back, plenty of time. Looks to the right. Gets it to Jalal Dean again on the sideline.
Incomplete.
Edwin Summerauer out of Alcorn State on the coverage. Good coverage here by Summerauer.
Look at Summerauer, contest the play and does not let him have a chance to come down, huh, Bucky?
Yeah, so now what you're seeing, Team Robinson kind of squat on the sticks because everything has been outbreak and they understand time situation. Might be a great time. Joaquin Davis on a double move. See if we can get a shot for a touchdown.
All right, 52 seconds left in the half. 2nd 10, Traylon Ellis in shotgun formation. Takes a snap, quick pass. Gets it off to a Sean Belcher. Number 11 out of Shaw.
It's a good play by McDaniel, number 29. How about that in the open field?
First time out.
Yeah,
Team
like
Gaither,
great
final of the
one-on-one
half.
tackles.
It will be 30 seconds.
Bucky, how difficult is it to make this play by McDaniel?
Look, man coverage, great one-on-one tackle, forces him back inside, and what I love seeing, multiple hats running to the ball. Finish him off, make sure he doesn't get to the sideline. Yeah. Forces Team Gaither to use the timeout.
Tyshawn Gaither comes in to help emphatically put him on the ground.
You guys, in an all-star game, and you guys talked about as the game goes along, kind of figuring yourself out as a team. I think we're starting to see that on both sides of the ball for Team Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, look, they played well from the jump, but you're right about them settling in defensively. The way they run to the ball, 11 guys playing as one. Really good job by Sam Shade and crew getting this unit to play really well.
44 seconds left for Team Gaither. No timeouts left. They've used both of them. Traylon Ellis, slight play fake. Plenty of time going deep. Going for Jalal Dean, who had a step.
And we talked about it coming into this game. We thought both offensive lines had difficult tasks.
Yes.
But on this one, look at the time he's got. They held up really, really well. The protection was excellent. Cam Johnson had the biggest challenge out at left tackle, and he just hung in there and battled the whole way. That was there for the taking if the ball's on target.
And we talked about it just a few plays before. Double move situation. Everyone squatting at a 6 for Team Robinson. Let's see if we can get them on an out and up, a stutter go. It was there, blew the layup. Couldn't put it in the basket.
4th and 10. We'll see if they take the shot or just try to get the first down and get a couple more snaps in here. Ellis. Plenty of time. Going for the big play. Joaquin Davis.
Safety. Oh!
Is that picked off?
It was picked off, but he's not in bounds. I believe that's number 15, Raymond Woody.
Raymond Woody out of Bethune-Cookman.
Great range.
Raymond started at Florida State, went to Cal, and ended up at Bethune-Cookman playing for his father, a Bethune-Cookman legend, Raymond Woody Jr. Let's see if he makes the play. There's the
on the
catch.
field is an incomplete pass.
Did he slide as he caught it?
First down.
We just talked about the college rule of 1 foot.
College rule of 1 foot. It looked like the first foot may have slid on the catch. Right. Let's see. Catch. Foot. That's an interception.
He had it.
That's an interception.
But let's be real, if you're Team Robinson, you actually like the benefit.
Yep.
You talk about a 40-yard gain in terms of field position. Now you have an opportunity to put a score on them.
But Raymond Woody wants the interception on the books that he can tell if I got a pick in the HBCU All-Star game.
Jaden Sullivan gets the ball out to Brandon Marshall on the completion. The clock stops with 24 seconds left.
See, that's the coach in you. You're so right about the yardage, right? You're so right.
Now the player in me understands, because let's be honest, everyone's vying for the MVP trophy.
I'm trying to
get an interception here, get one in the second half.
I'm trying to get a vote.
Then you can make a case.
Trying to get a vote.
Well, Jaden Sullivan here out of Savannah State connecting with Brandon Marshall. Marshall's led the SIAC in rushing, first team all SIAC. Nice catch right there. See if they get a couple more plays in.
Remember, Steve, as that one falls
right
incomplete.
Here.
Sullivan has one season at Savannah State.
Yep.
Because he had been at Albany State, one start in his time there, but he made his one season count. Put 400 yards and 3 touchdowns on Benedict, school record in his one season, single game school record. So Jaden Sullivan, this guy can fling it around a little bit.
Yeah, they got some players down at Savannah State as they're building. Guys, I may be wrong, but is that Mulligan lining up in the slot here?
It is.
Oh, the only thing we can't do. Oh, we got to chase him.
Cole Jones on the pick. Big time play. Cole Jones, number 33, North Carolina Central. 8 seconds remaining.
8 seconds on the clock, and I'm looking. I'll be honest, the defense, they did a poor job. This should have been a pick 6.
Look at this.
Only got chasing. Got to block the quarterback right away. Great pick. Taking it down the boundary. Should have an escort.
Now give a nice hustle back there by 2 players from Team Robinson to make sure he doesn't get to the end zone. That's miscommunication on the route. Receivers going up the field. That's the out. Cole Jones with the pick. But right there, that's 26, Brandon Marshall. And then 19, Sullivan prevented the touchdown.
So now 8 seconds left. You got one, maybe 2 plays.
You see him right there, Sullivan?
Yeah.
I'm throwing the route that's supposed to happen. Receiver ran something different.
Remember, Team Gaither here in the yellow has no timeouts as they take possession at about the 6-yard line. It was there.
No, we can't eat up all the clock.
Draylen Ellis.
He's fortunate to get another play.
He is fortunate.
Incomplete.
Has to know. Clock has to be in your head. 8 seconds. We want to get it out quick. Give ourselves multiple bites at the apple.
You know, that happened earlier this year. You remember Ohio State at Oregon when Will Howard ran on the last play of the game and got down too late and they didn't get one last shot at it? He learned, and by the end of the year was a national championship quarterback. On that play, Draylen Ellis, you get one look, and the ball's either to someone or it's in the stands.
Yeah, he was lucky. 8 seconds left. He burned up 6 seconds. They have one play to go score.
Well, you got the big guy at the top of the screen. That's Joaquin Davis, 88. That would be the guy you throw into a one-on-one jump ball situation if indeed you want to go in that direction.
All right, Ellis takes the snap, looks the other way, and it goes back to Jalal Dean, the Tennessee State tandem. Gets Team Robinson on the board with no time. Team Gaither on the board with no time on the clock.
Bucky, he won that route immediately on the inside slant as he was working against Kendall Bowler, number 1.
Yeah, that was just a great one-on-one job down at the bottom.
Beautiful throw, too, here. Look at that, just puts it right on him. So occasionally when you get that teammate thing in a game like this, you go to it in crucial situations, don't you?
It's all about players, not plays. In those moments, who do you trust the most? Obviously, you trust the teammate.
Guy that you can spend a lot of time on task with, and it pays off well. Defensive play, then a touchdown pass.
And Juan Velarde lines up and boots it through.
That is the end of the first half.
Cuts it in half. 14-7. And up next, it is the Alcorn State Sound of Dynamite marching band Hey, guys, you know this. Okay, as fun as that half ended right there, right? As charged up as we are, these marching bands, that is the lagniappe, as they like to say in New Orleans.
That little extra on top.
A little extra on top. Let's send it down to Mike Yam on the field.
All right, no, TC, you're not going anywhere. I'm getting you first here. Take me through that final sequence. What happened down the stretch?
Right there, 2-minute drill. Quarterback and receiver wasn't on the same page. We were expecting to fall out on the route. That's what the quarterback saw right there. But, we got to protect the football in those situations, trying to get points.
Coach, what'd you like about the defense? I know late touchdown, but obviously looked really good for most of this half.
Well, I thought from start, pretty much started the game. Defense been flying around, really good in the running game, making some plays in the passing game. Just got to keep going.
All right, get him. Steve?
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. As we wrap things up at halftime, 14-7, Team Robinson with the lead. And coming up next, the Alcorn State Marching Band.
Team Robinson right now on top 14-7 on Team Gaither. Welcome to the HBCU Legacy Bowl. And obviously there's a ton of excitement. It is my pleasure to welcome, and this might be one of the best things that we're going to see all day, the sounds of dynamite, the Alcorn State Marching Band.
The band is led by Akira, Showtime Scott from Jackson, Mississippi. Ashton, Sweets Country Time Murphy from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Jonathan, Dark Chocolate Parker from Kenner, Louisiana. And our head drum major from Killeen, Texas, Lazarian, LG, Too Smooth Gary. Drum majors, the field is yours.
1, 2, 3.
What a great performance by the Sounds of Dynamite. Coming up next, we'll introduce you to the 2024 Deacon Jones Award winner, plus the 2025 Black College Football Hall of Fame class. Mr. Doug Moreau for some special recognitions.
I don't want to see nothing. got to redeem ourselves.
Oh, congratulations to Jada, and also congratulations to the 2025 class of the Black College Football Hall of Fame with great careers. Meanwhile, in late January, the top Madden NFL 25 HBCU play.
Congratulations again to Jada Byers, the Deacon Jones Award winner for the Black College Football Hall of Fame's Player of the Year in the Hall of Fame class. Team Gaither wearing the yellow, made up of players from the MEAC and CIAA. Kicking off the team Robinson. Looks like Dwan Bell on the return. The all-SIAC punt returner. The short return gets taken down about the 23-yard line.
Hey, Steve.
Joaquin Davis on the tackle there, Charles.
Steve, quick question. Congratulations to Joaquin Davis for the tackle, but the Deacon Jones Player of the Year.
Yeah.
How do you think the Deacon would feel about a running back winning his award? Now, I think he'd be okay. If it'd been a quarterback, though, a quarterback probably would have melted the Deacon down.
Yeah, that probably would have made him.
That would have finished him off.
That would have made him really upset. They might have earned a double head slap.
Hey, last year we had two quarterbacks. Remember, Davius Richard and Jeremy Musa won the awards, and they were the starting quarterbacks a year.
I'm surprised Deacon didn't show up that day.
All right, Jaden Sullivan in at quarterback. Hands that ball off to Brandon Marshall. Will be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Fort Valley State running back. First team all-SIAC for the conference in rushing.
So, guys, as we get into the second half, Steve and Bucky, Team Robinson pretty much dominated the first half, but a flurry at the end of the half by Gaither with the big pick by Cole Jones. And then they put the ball in the end zone as 14-7. Can Team Robinson reestablish itself here to start the third quarter?
And absolutely, can Jaden Sullivan get it back, because he's the one who threw that pick that allowed Team Gaither to get into action. Well, there's an answer to my questions. He connects with Deshaun Mitchell out of Savannah State. So we're going Savannah State to Savannah State like we went Tennessee State to Tennessee State when we got a big drive going.
Can't underestimate teammates in an all-star game, can you, Bucky?
No, you can't. This was simple mesh concept. He sits down right over the ball, hits him on time, gives him enough opportunity to get a couple yards after the catch.
Hey, Deshaun Mitchell's a big target. He's someone had a really strong week of practice as well, so he's building on that in this game.
That game that Jaden Sullivan threw for 400 yards, he had 221 of them until 12 catches.
Couldn't get out the back door.
And he hands it off to Walter Wilbon out of Florida Memorial, who had a touchdown earlier. The Florida Memorial, they're building a little something down there in that Sun Conference. They've got some players down in that Miami area.
Well, Wilbon was first team all-conference as an all-purpose back. And then on the other side, Marcel Blocker, a cornerback, was the defensive back of the year in the conference, and he's here playing today. He'll be wearing number 21 in black on defense.
Yeah, he's a multi-year all-conference player as well. Second and long. Another handoff there to Wilbon over the right side, stacked up. A lot of pressure coming in there. That looked like Keandre Booker leading the way on the tackle.
Another one of those building blocks for Eddie George, the coach at Tennessee State, and their Big South Ohio Valley Conference Championship team that went to the first round of the NCAA playoffs this year. Booker had come in from Southeast Missouri State. Simo
SEMO. They were the Mules when I was growing up there when they were recruiting me. No, that was Central Missouri
That was
State.
Central
My
Missouri
bad.
State, yep.
So, Bucky, we saw 66, Elijah Williams out of Morgan State. The first two plays lined up at end. Now they reduced him inside to tackle on this 3rd and 5.
Good spin move.
It's a ball up. A lot of contact on the back end. No flag thrown on that pass from Jaden Sullivan.
But you took my eyes there, Steve, by the matchup. 66 in gold. That was Elijah Williams, All-American. He ended up going against number 68 in black, Mehdi Torrance, offensive guard from Texas Southern, and threw a spin move on him that Torrance handled quite well.
He did handle it quite well. You saw the pressure, but then down there you saw the coverage. Not a lot of room for Sullivan to try and fit this ball in on the deep ball.
Yeah, Justin Fleming on the coverage there from Winston-Salem State. First team All-CIAA corner.
How about Matt Knoll? All conference in 2 conferences, all MEAC and all SWAC. He was at Delaware State.
He had a short punt right there.
Before going to Jackson State.
So as Team Robinson stalls back-to-back possessions, they still hold a 14-7 lead, but let's see if Team Gaither can get back in the mix. We'll be right back.
Hey, snapping
at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Everybody ready? Mindset, man. We got to come out here fast. All right? We always talk about winning that middleweight. The last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half, we can get separation in. But you got to come out here with the right mindset. All right? We back in this thing. Defense about to go get 3 and out real quick, ready to go. Give it back to the offense, and we're going to tie that thing up. But you got to believe that thing. Right? We got to give a little more energy, guys.
Shannis Berry telling his team to go get a 3 and out and let the offense tie it up. The defense did its part for Team Gaither, forcing that 3 and out. Let's see if the offense, the starting quarterback, Eric Phoenix, taking over the possession first down on the 20, can get things going.
How about Coach Berry? Back-to-back conference championships at Benedict, first year at South Carolina State, wins the MEAC. Man knows how to coach.
Yeah, this is his 4th year coaching in this game as Elijah Burris takes the handoff from Phoenix with a nice run. The Hampton running back came out here, did some pretty good work at the combine. Had a pretty solid week as well. About 3 yards on that carry. 2nd down at 7. Team Gaither. 23-yard line. Phoenix takes a snap, gets it out quick.
Oh, nice hands.
Gets the ball out to Jalal Dean from Tennessee State, who's having a big game. To advance past the sticks. Nope, not quite. 3rd and short.
Yeah, look, Eric Phoenix, MEAC Offensive Player of the Year, has had a really, really good week of practice. When you watched him throughout the week, it was just the consistency that you saw in his passes, the playmaking ability, all of those things. What's really impressive is not only what he did on the field here, where we saw all those things. I'll say it was the leadership ability, even in seeing him walk around the career fair. We talk about quarterbacks, franchise quarterbacks, having a presidential feel to them.
Yeah.
He certainly exuded that kind of confidence and energy when you were around him.
Yeah, he handed that ball off. And Antoine Davis, Florida Memorial, number 2. The outside linebacker stepped up, made a big tackle right there on Burris to force the 3 and out.
That's the 3rd Florida Memorial player that you have called his name today, Steve. Because you talked about Blocker, the corner. You talked about Wilbon, the runner. And now Antoine Davis, the linebacker, gets involved with his pads. And so 3 and out for Team Gaither. Now looks like it's 3 and out for Team Robinson.
All the way. Now the punt number 19, Juan Valerde. Oh, Joaquin Davis on the tackle, the wide receiver from North Carolina Central. They're playing a little stalemate both sides right now to open the second half.
A nice day on special teams.
Yeah, Team Robinson with the 14-7 lead. We'll be back, see if we can get some points on the board after the break here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Right now on top 14-7 here in this second half. Tony Holmes, nearly 40 years. He corrected me. Not quite there. 38 knocking on the door as a senior product manager for Adidas. Look, we have been raving about the uniforms. Take me through the inspiration for Adidas.
So the inspiration is these ladies, 5 generations of G's brand, who make these special quilts. So that's the inspiration of the uniforms, where what they did was they used scraps to put together quilts and things to keep people warm. And it actually, like, the history of it was they told oh God, I'm drawing a blank. They told messages to people because it was enslaved people from the past.
Definitely some stories around a lot of the stitching, which you can see on the players' sleeves. This game is so meaningful to not just the players, but the communities that support HBCUs. Why is it important to have this partnership with Adidas?
Well, it gives us the opportunity to be able to talk to the kids, integrate, make sure that we're getting beyond like big D1s and things like that, but make sure we're affecting the communities and making sure we are affecting black and brown kids, which is really important to Adidas.
Tony, appreciate the time. And Steve, I know you and I huge fans of these uniforms.
Oh, absolutely, Mike.
So hold a second. Bucky and I aren't fans of the uniform.
Yeah,
Mike,
why can't we like them uniforms?
Too.
Oh.
Big time batted pass by number 97, Isaac Anderson out of Virginia Union, who's had a monster week.
He has.
But no, let's keep on banging on Mike Yam here.
I mean, it's okay, Buck. I mean, I guess we found out what the deal is.
Our generation doesn't like. We don't have an appreciation for nice uniforms.
I mean, we like nice uniforms, but Steve, you talked earlier this week about Isaac Anderson. Take it and run, sir.
Yeah, I mean, look, he showed that uniform by getting that big paw up there, but we've been talking about Elijah Williams out of Morgan State all week, but this Division II player from Virginia Union, Anderson, has been equally as impressive. They've really been playing off each other as a tandem. But he's not out there with Elijah Williams right now, and he's also playing defensive end, where he spent most of the week playing on the inside. Now Miles Crawley gets the ball out. Quick pass right there to, looks like Keenan Hambrick.
So I got to tell you this today because Miles Crawley is back in the game. So, Steve, I got a call this morning. My former...
Wait. I know where you're going.
Oh, boy.
Is this another relative?
Well, he's not quite a relative, but he's like family. So, Miles Crawley, we talk about greater Atlanta area. Well, I got a call today from my roommate in college, Cliff Baskerville. Cliff and I went to school together at North Carolina. He coached Miles Crawley with the Central DeKalb Jaguars. So not only did he coach him, he told me today that he was chiefly responsible for his quarterback development as the quarterback coach for him in youth football. Okay. So I just want you to know there's some kind of connection, I guess, between me by way of Cliff to Miles Crawley.
College roommate.
Miles Crawley, and there's Elijah Williams finally showing up. The player that has had the most dominant week of practice, number 66, the all-time leading sacker at Morgan State. Let's watch this replay and see how he handles business.
How about the hand usage there, Bucky?
Just great hand use. We talk about violent hands. It's the energy, the power, the strength, all those things. But, man, when you can use the Karate Kid maneuvers to kind of wax on and wax off and get to the backfield, you love seeing that as an evaluator.
As we get ready to pump very quickly, they say that people can rush the passer. It translates off of any level. Is Elijah Williams one of those players?
Absolutely. Sack production translates 29.5 career sacks, 50.5 tackles for loss. That kind of production translates to the next level. He's going to have an opportunity to play at the next level.
Yeah, let's look at this once again because we talk about doing it year in and year out. That is what Elijah Williams has done as he gets to the quarterback here. His team Gaither tries to even the score at 14 here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Looking at a beautiful sunset over New Orleans here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Robinson still leads 14-7 over Team Gaither in this showcase of the top draft-eligible players from historically black colleges and universities. We're here at Yolmet Stadium on the campus of Tulane University as Team Gaither, led by Eric Phoenix, the quarterback of South Carolina State, tries to even the score. Phoenix under a lot of pressure, and he is taken down by Traquan Thomas. That's the hat trick, Charles.
That is 3. 3 for Traquan Thomas, just coming off the edge, winning with speed, power. Man, we talk about the closing burst, snap count anticipation, first step quickness. You see it, but here,
Left
a little
side.
button jerk.
Left side.
Coming off the edge, finishing.
Yeah, he made it very, very difficult for number 79, Michael Todd from Fayetteville State, to stay with him.
Now, second and about 21 as Eric Phoenix tries to get this offense going. For a while, Team Gaither had a little pacing to it. Now it's been a little herky-jerky on these first 2 possessions of the second half. Phoenix drops back.
Oh!
Throws the ball, almost picked off by Kendall Bowler, the Florida A&M standout. That's one Bowler should have had. He's usually got very sticky hands.
I think he was just surprised because that ball was supposed to go to Spiller on a little seam slant route, and the ball sails on him. And Bowler is surprised. Oh, the ball's there, plus it one hop to him.
Yep.
It one hop to him. Bowler's like, that ball's not supposed to be down here.
Kendall Bowler, one of several DBs on Team Robinson that have gotten a lot of acclaim and positive reviews from the NFL scouts that watched him practice all week. Now, 3rd and 21 for Team Gaither. Phoenix takes the snaps, got a little bit of time, goes deep, but throws it short. Intended for Casey Hawthorne out of Howard. It kind of dropped in no man's land.
Bucky, do you think he was going Hawthorne, or do you think he was going with that route that was coming underneath of a Hawthorne?
It looks like
feels like it sailed on him.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to hit the crossing route that was coming over and couldn't quite bring it down enough. Now, it didn't appear to have a lot of pressure in his face. But, you know, man, when you get hit, you rattle a little bit. Sometimes it takes you a while to settle in and get back in rhythm.
Yeah, those were 2 consecutive balls that sailed on him after that sack. So Juan Velarde set to punt right here.
That's his best punt of the day.
And he really boomed it. A fair catch there by Jamari Gassett. And Charles, you know, someone you talked about, you know, who's had a very, very big game, Traquan Thomas.
Yeah,
3 sacks out of the player out of Alabama State.
You've had fun documenting. Number 57 in black. There's the first one. The hit and drops the quarterback. And here's the second one against Romello Williams. And then here's the one right now that just happened recently. Speed, power, excellent pursuit, and he finishes it off. That's 3 for the day. And I don't think he's thinking I'm finished yet.
Oh no, plenty more opportunities.
Are your Miles Crawley rolling to his
shot.
left, wide open attempt. Deshaun Mitchell with the catch, a big time play. Crawley rolling to his left, lets it fly over Cole Jones on the coverage, who had an interception earlier, but what a throw.
What a throw, and this is so uncommon on this. Normally, when you're rolling to your right on a bootleg, you're thinking flat to crossing route. Crawley takes the big shot on the go ball, delivers it perfectly on time. You just don't see this. That is a great throw.
You mentioned that earlier, the ability of a right-handed quarterback to move to his left and make a big throw. What goes into that? Well, how's he able to get it all the way downfield as this next play gets ready to begin? We'll get to it after this one.
First to go on the 5, the handoff to Ike Brown out of Lane College. Physical run, both sides, stacked it up to the 3. Bucky finished that.
But back there, Charles, it's about being able to turn your shoulders and get your hips around. A lot of times when you roll to the left, it's hard for a quarterback to turn his hips, get his shoulders back so he can point to the target and deliver the ball on time. That's why when you see most quarterbacks, right-handed quarterback go to the left, the ball tends to sail and drift on them. What a great throw.
See Alvin Barker there, the head coach of Virginia Union, hoping his defense could hold up. But that was a beautifully thrown football.
Second and goal on the 2. Handoff again to Brown. Punishing runner, but the defense stacks him up. That front, led by Elijah Williams, moved the pile, reset the line of scrimmage. Looked like they may have lost a yard on that carry.
Remember, Ike Brown started his career at Tennessee State before finishing up at Lane.
Looks like
had 155 yards against Benedict earlier this year, 133 against Lincoln on the road. He'd love to get a yard and a half here and get into the end zone.
Who wouldn't love to put the ball in the paint a little bit, get a little tutty?
Yes. He's got 2 opportunities. Will they give him a third?
Offset, a little bit deeper set, though, right here. We'll see if this is for a run or an RPO look. Crawley takes it, lobs it. A lot of contact at the end of the play.
4 more downs.
Yep. 4 more from the 1.
Yeah, intended for Deshaun Mitchell.
Cole Jones, I think, on the interference on that one.
Pass interference. Defense number 43. Automatic first down at the 1-yard line.
I think he means 33.
That was 33. Cole Jones on that play, so now 4 fresh downs. And now Ike Brown could have more of an opportunity.
But it looks like, I think Herb Mulligan is reported in. 34.
Sure has. Sure has.
So Mulligan, 34, is now in at running back. Side saddle to the Q.
Ball on the 1-yard line. Hand off to Mulligan. A low handoff, actually.
That's Ahmad, Nelson from Tennessee State. Remember, he was supposed to wear 11.
Yes.
Switched to 34, and he makes the play running it down from the backside. Watch to the right of your screen, and there it is. Boom.
Oh, he just ate up the lead block.
He had to lead block, which you didn't see. Subtly, he tapped the nose tackle to make him go right.
Yep.
The last-minute movement.
There it is.
Messed up the block and allowed him to shoot the gap.
He was the heart and soul of that Tennessee State defense. Led him from inside linebacker position.
Takes a snap, hand up to Mulligan, blown up, breaks the tackle. Team Gaither will not be denied. Number 8, Terrence Holland out of Howard on the pursuit.
Yeah, but that was
after the
Isaac
second
Anderson.
effort. Yeah.
Isaac Anderson, 97, was the first man there. As you said, blown up. Watch 97 in gold right there. That changed the whole trajectory of the play. And then Holland, with good pursuit, helps finish it off.
That set him back 4 yards. It is now 3rd and goal from the 5.
Looked like number 32, but also there, Caleb Lee Collins, a late add to the roster late this week. It's a tackle out of Grambling.
Crawley drops back, was trying to hit Mulligan under big-time pursuit. Isaac Anderson. Oh, incomplete. Tried to get the ball to Savage. Crawley had Anderson all over him. Savage at the corner. What a stand right here by this Team Gaither defense.
And that play was taken away by number 10, Sadiq Salawu, because he wanted to go right there to the flat and swing it out to Irv Mulligan. But Salawu, number 10, the linebacker, showed up, took that play away. Crawley pulls it down and then tries to make the touch throw in the end zone to Savage, to no avail.
As Lowry lines up for this field goal attempt, remember, they had 3 fresh downs after that DPI, and the defense held. Lowry kicks it, converts it. The Tennessee State field goal kicker makes it 17-17. Robinson could have been a little bit worse if not for that defensive front for Team Gaither showing up the way it did.
So watch what happens on this play, because Mulligan's going to swing out, but watch Salawu, number 10, or is it right here? Either one of them is going to take this play away from him, and that changed what Crawley wanted to do. See Salawu? Right there. He shows up. Now Crawley doesn't have it. So when he tries to exit to his left, the pursuit's coming, and the coverage is good in the end zone. He tries to fit it in and almost does.
Jones, what about the play he made there? You played this position, how he went actually behind the corner and then the closing speed to get to the route.
Yeah, that was a good play. And that's why you have to have, Bucky will tell you, on defense, you have to have distance between each other. Have to have space, and you can't be on the same parallel track, because then you bump into each other and knock each other off of coverage.
Always got to communicate and talk.
Traylon Ellis in at quarterback. Remember, he had a couple good series late in the first half, but he was brought down. Was that number 50, Dante Reed, on the tackle?
That's exactly who it was at Mississippi Valley State.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
All right, the 3rd quarter ends with Team Robinson tacking a field goal on for a 10-point lead, 17-7, as we enter the final quarter of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. And this showcase, it's getting hot in her. We'll be right back after the break. We are back to start the 4th quarter of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Robinson up 17-7. And before they hear their name called in the 2025 NFL Draft, this year's top prospects head to Indianapolis to put their skills on display. The 2025 NFL Scouting Combine starts Thursday at 3 on NFL Network and stream on NFL Plus. And guys, speaking of the Combine that's coming up, one of the reasons why we have this game and the HBCU Combine is so few, if any, players from HBCU schools get the opportunity to go to the big Combine, as we see this year. Carson Vincent, the tackle.
Well, they're going to talk
Alabama A&M.
They're going to talk. I mean,
yeah, you can't take that extra shot.
That extra shot is if the player had gone down, Buck, there would have been a flag, right?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that the official ran over and said, "Hey, man, pull off on that." One of the things we're trying to do is protect the extra hit on people, right? We're trying to take those extra hits off of them. We had that in a bowl game this year about the kickoff return.
Yes.
Right.
Where you do the iron cross to say no more hits. But if you return it after doing the iron cross, that kind of goes against the spirit of the thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, 3rd and 12. Now, Draylon Ellis trying hard to get Gaither going, get them a first down. Ellis swings it out to Jada Byers in the open field. Byers takes a huge shot at the end of the play. We heard that all the way up here, but it is a first down. Jada Byers
doing what he does. Now, here's the thing. People are talking about the 4.8 time in the Combine, but this is what makes Jada Byers.
No.
Stop, start quickness, balanced body control, soft hands, all of those things that you're seeing Jada Byers put on display today. One of the reasons why he was a super special player in the CIAA.
And look at that move that he put on Summer Hour, number 25, and then he runs through contact to pick up the necessary yardage. So that's why you end up throwing the check down. You give someone an opportunity, open field, and Byers made it work.
Byers takes a handoff off right tackle. Gets slowed down after a short game, but wow.
I want to give Ellis some credit there, though. What'd you think, Bucky? He was looking downfield, and came off of it late and made a good, sharp throw out into the flat to give Byers an opportunity.
Great patience, great poise, and then the precision on the throw, because a lot of times when you wait that long before you get to the check down, you mess it up. But he put the ball in a perfect spot for Jada Byers to be able to continue to run after the catch.
Okay, after this play, let's send it down to Mike Yam because he's got a lot more on Ellis. But let's get this 2nd and 9 in. You're seeing Ellis trying to reset the play. The line of scrimmage here. Takes the snap from the short distance shotgun. Plenty of time. Lets it rip.
Nice throw.
Draylon Ellis. To Tejon Spiller. We got a first down right here. All right. Look at Spiller right there on the sideline. Okay, let's send it down to Mike Yam with more on Draylon Ellis.
Well, Steve, our entire crew, we got to watch Draylon Ellis on Monday for the HBCU Combine, and there was no question this dude can absolutely sling it. You can see the numbers speak for themselves. His accomplishments when he was at school. Got an opportunity to talk to him. This is a guy who's a dad. He's got 2 sons, Aiden and Weston, ages 4 and 2. He's a health science major. I asked him, like, what do you want to do when football is done? He said, hey, I want to coach. I want to coach kids who don't have the opportunities that I had. I don't need to go to the big city, the smaller rural areas. That's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to make sure that kids like him that didn't necessarily get a ton of opportunities growing up will get some of those moving forward. And clearly, guys, he knows how to celebrate. Charles, CD, he looks like you celebrating after a win, and Bucky after a good broadcast.
No doubt. You know what that reminds me of? Quarterbacks with cigars. That was Joe Burrow, at the national championship game, LSU. Who'd they jump on? Clemson that time?
Ooh, beat him up.
Right? And that cigar post-game. It's also when Tennessee beats Alabama.
Oh, that's what happens?
Yeah, so cigars. Whoever, winner of that game, the team that wins, they smoke the cigar in the locker room.
All right, Ellis on the crossing route gets the ball to Ashawn Belcher from Shaw. All right, and then let's look at Ellis. 5'11", 175 pounds. 3,029 passing yards and 24 touchdowns in 2024. 5 rushing TDs in 2023 against Tennessee State, playing in that Big South Ohio Valley. Won the conference, 9 wins. The first time they reached that win total since 2013. Eddie George and Draylon Ellis had something going this year.
They certainly did. Ellis really grew up big time this last season there. Remember, freshman of the year with Austin Peay in his first year in the Ohio Valley.
With the handoff to Byers, he gets stacked up. Get big hits going on. We can hear them all the way up here in the booth. Byers a little bit short. They tried to get the push. Yeah, 4th and 1, Charles.
Guys, he ran through the first one. That was Rico Dozier, number 0. 2-time All-SWAC. Transfer from Arkansas Pine Bluff. 2024 All-American HBCU. And he was all SWAC at Arkansas Pine Bluff, all SWAC here at Albany State. And he popped him, and Byers went right through. He's a tough tackle, as coaches like to say.
4th and 1. Team Gaither lining up in the shotgun here. Draylon Ellis saying, we're not going under center and sneaking it. We don't need to because we've got this guy, Jada Byers, follows his tight end, number 9, Keyshawn Toney, for a big run for the first down.
I will say this about Jada Byers. His patience and timing as a running back is impeccable. There you see a little pause on a delay before he gets behind the guard and the tackle on this simple counter play. Gets downhill, the timing. And when you have someone who has that timing at his stature, 5'7", 185, you can't see him. And when you see him, he's up on you. Yeah. And then he's quick as a hiccup.
Then you got to deal with him. Darius Fox, 52, was the guard that pulled and led. And Steve, as you noted, number 9, Keyshawn Toney, the tight end coming in behind him. And he followed both of them for the gain.
Ellis, again, fakes the handoff, looking deep downfield, lets it go.
Oh, nice.
Gets it to his teammate again. That's Jalal Dean. They have got the combination going. And, guys, it's there. Draylon Ellis has got this team moving. Every series he has been in there, he's got a feel for things.
What do you think about the timing here, Bucky? Because I think his timing's terrific.
The timing is terrific. And you talk about this is a difficult route because it's almost like a corner's pivot back, and he delivers it right on the shoulder. But he threw him away from traffic. Yep. When you get to upper levels, they tell you, wide receivers, a quarterback is going to throw you away from trouble. Go with the ball. And on that throw, perfect, let him away from the defender.
And trouble was lurking. The All-American James Burgess was sitting on his hip. All right, 1st and goal from the 10. Ellis still in shotgun. Byers offset. Escaping traffic. Getting it out of bounds. Living to see another day. Wise play. And Bucky, we talk about Jada Byers and the things he's done. Watch this, if we should see this play again, he lines up in pass pro. This is a little guy, but he's got a lot of toughness to try to keep players off his quarterback.
He absolutely has a lot of toughness. We talk about it.
And look at this, guys, as well. All right, you see the double stack. All right, you got the reason I bring this up, we always pay homage to those who came before us.
Yep.
That was the gunslinger, Archie Cooley.
Thank you.
That was his formation. And they would run that triple stack and then put Jerry Rice by himself because then it had to be one-on-one coverage.
Oh, that's a problem.
And good luck.
Ellis to get plenty of time. Now he's got some pressure. Flag down on the field as Ellis escapes.
Ooh, nice dart.
Gets the ball against Jalal Dean in the end zone, but a flag is down. Happened on the scramble.
Illegal use of hands to the face, offense number 79. 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
Yeah, Michael Todd out of Fayetteville State called for the penalty right in front of the official. Well, he got his money's worth out of it right there. But Draylon Ellis rips this ball. Man.
Correction, the foul was on the defense. That penalty is declined.
Oh, touchdown. Wow.
Whoa. That's a different story now.
Okay. As we're seeing Shennis Berry, he's saying, yeah, good call. But that changes things now because we have 7 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, let's see if we can see where the actual illegal contact is here.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, hands to the face, yes.
And, the secret, and you guys know this, we're trying not to say it too loud. That's actually coached. Okay, we're trying not to say that too loud, but if you can get under there a little bit and get a guy's eyes off you, that's a little trick of the trade. Ask Aaron Donald about that.
We'll keep that just between the three of us.
You got it.
Ball's away.
Good kick.
Dylan West with the PAT, and we have got a 3-point game. 7 minutes and 19 seconds left. Team Gaither closes the gap, 17-14. Team Robinson in the lead, but you can feel the sparks flying. Draylon Ellis getting it going here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
A way to play of the day. And it's Joaquin Davis, a wide receiver from North Carolina Central, on punt coverage. Look at him gather himself, sees the play, doesn't interfere early, chases down the punt returner and makes an excellent open field tackle. Do you notice? He wraps him up chest and arms, does not put his head in there. Doesn't involve the head or the headgear. Well done, Joaquin Davis. Way to play.
Yeah,
that's the tackling we're taught now, right?
Yep.
Right? The rugby tackling that Pete Carroll brought into it, right? The grab and roll. Woo! Make the game safer every way.
There goes Daniel Richardson, the quarterback, who's been hot out of Florida A&M. Connects with Shamar Savage, but that was almost picked off by number 20, Karpinski Decius.
Yeah, great break on the throw. Almost had a chance to take that one back. Be careful. Be careful. Tread lightly when you're throwing outside the numbers.
About 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Team Robinson up 17-14. 2nd and 5 for Team Robinson from the 30-yard line.
Also be careful squatting too much.
Double move, take a shot.
All of a sudden, it's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he goes.
Yeah, I will say this. You know, this is our 4th time doing the game. This is probably one of the more well-played games that we've had. This has probably been the best game play that we've had on game day. In terms of these teams,
I think the most
minimal mistakes.
Yeah, I think the most consistent throwing of all the quarterbacks we've had. Last year was tough. This year, much more on point.
And both teams are playing like teams. And then that tells you kind of the bonds that they forged during the week.
Good coaching staffs have done an excellent job all week coaching them and molding them into what you were talking about, Steve.
But 1st and 10 from the 36. Another strong run by Brandon Marshall out of Fort Valley State. He took a big shot at the end, but that defender felt it right there.
Yeah, Ahmad Nelson takes a nice tackle there as well. We just did that way to play and doing it correctly like Ahmad Nelson did, but as you noted, Steve, Brandon Marshall with a good strong run.
4 yards on that gain. 2nd consecutive strong run. 2nd and 6. And you're seeing Team Robinson milk the clock now, going much deeper into the play clock. Look, they're still in the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Even in an all-star game, everybody wants to win.
Everybody wants to win. And so we talked about these coaches and how well this has been. You talk about some of the best coaches in HBCUs, really some of the best coaches in the country being able to put together a nice product.
Remember what Mike Yam said, all of them earned their way here by winning their conference championships.
Marshall there, he gets stacked up. All right, now let's send it down to the sideline and our Mike Yam.
Well, Steve, you see Daniel Richardson, who's in at quarterback. I had a conversation this week with Bucky Brooks about when he was a scout, some of the things that he looked for. He told me well-rounded players, and Buck, you'll love this. Daniel's a music guy, and not just I like music. This dude is... See if there's a call here. Oh, here we go.
Mike,
this guy's an absolute monster. He's a DJ. Everything from pep rallies to picnics, baby showers, birthday parties, weddings. His DJ name is DJ D. Rich. I said, hey, what do you want to do when your playing days are done? Here's where it gets a little funky. He actually wants to be a funeral director. He said, I've been working at funeral homes. I can't embalm yet because I'm not licensed, but one day I want to be. So, Buck, to me, that's well-rounded.
Well, that is well-rounded. I like the versatility. Just being able to do things on and off the field, all of those diverse interests you love.
And this is a great story because what city are we in? We're in New Orleans, where the second line is how you send people home.
Yes.
And you recognize the glory. So well done here.
So you can lay them down and then
nice touch.
Big-time completion. Jamari Gasson, who's had a nice game on a Florida A&M on the crossing route. Guys, Daniel Richardson is really, really leading it.
Yeah, Richardson has certainly been really good. But what I like about this is the touch. A lot of times we see quarterbacks trying to fire a fastball. It's not required. Puts it on him, allows his receiver to run after the catch. Those are the little things, the subtleties of playing the position that you look for as an evaluator.
All right, 1st and 10 on the 46. And as you guys are talking, this is the coach is going to talk a little junk here too, because there's definitely some gamesmanship going on.
Look at the play clock. We're at 8 right now. 7, 6.
Number 9, Walter Wilbon with another physical run, and they're putting in their power backs. They're putting in the guys who can really deliver some heat to and milk the clock.
And you know he's doing a really nice job, in my estimation, those guys up front.
Yep.
Because we came into this game with some trepidation. Yes. We saw the offensive lines have trouble all week long dealing with their defensive fronts in practice. But today, I think both offensive lines have acquitted themselves nicely. I see Evan Henry, 71, on the field from Jackson State. He's an FCS All-American, transfer from the University of Louisiana Monroe. Seeing Jordan Taylor, 75, on the field from Benedict. Is that Aurelius Dunn, 67, at center from Alabama State. Kirk Ford from Jackson State, number 70. And Jalen Goss, 61, from FAMU. I think they're doing an exceptional job trying to run this clock out.
Yeah, well, Terrence Holland did an exceptional job delivering a big stick right there to limit the gain. Now we're 3rd and 8, barely an inch or two on that run.
I think the way this game is being played, Buck, do you think you want to try and win it holding on to the football? If so, my 3rd down play call isn't a 3rd and 8 call. It's a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, no. We're trying to make sure we want to hold on to the ball. We want to win it on offense. We don't want to give Team Gaither an opportunity to do it.
He's going to take a
run it all the way down.
He's going to take a timeout here.
Man, we talk about these coaches winning games.
Man.
It's the little things. The little things that do. Drain the clock down. Then take the timeout.
Okay, so when we come back from break, well, let's remind me to say something here. As Team Robinson 17-14 with possession, with the clock winding down here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Holding on to a 17-14 lead. We got under 3 minutes to go here in this final quarter. With me. All right, man, I was geeked up for this. I was waiting for this announcement. You got some special details for us. Give us the news.
Well, I'm really excited to announce that just like this game is going to be a great game, another great game is going to be happening in Canton, Ohio, the Clash of the Champions. Miles College versus the Virginia Union University Panthers coming up August 31st in Canton, Ohio, the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Pro Football Hall of Fame, Black College Football Hall of Fame, proud to present these young men once again to showcase the great talent at HBCUs.
6th annual game. I feel like every year it gets bigger and bigger. Take me through just the expansion and the impact that it's having.
Well, the reality of it is we are so proud and honored as the Pro Football Hall of Fame to be the home of the Black College Football Hall of Fame. And we're excited to honor the legacies of these guys and to bring in these universities to showcase the talent, to showcase the history, to tell the stories of the great men that played at HBCUs. And so in August, we're going to have a great celebration in Canton with Miles University and Virginia Union University.
Adrian, it's certainly an exciting time. And Steve, I know you are in the weeds on a lot of this stuff. I know you're thrilled and can't wait to go and watch it.
I cannot wait to go watch it. The folks at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in the city of Canton and Stark County do a great job with this game. So we see Team Gaither, they force a punt. Jada Byers fair catches the ball. There is contact. So now Team Gaither could get a shorter field to potentially tie or win this game with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left.
Yeah, not ideal.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team, number 2. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That's a game changer.
Excited about trying to make a play.
Timeout on the field.
End up committing a foul.
All right, we're getting ready to go to break. But when we come back, will it be the finishing touches on this game? Can Team Gaither rally or will Team Robinson hold on? We'll find out in just a minute. We're back in the final minutes of the HBCU Legacy Bowl. On this final punt by Team Robinson, Jada Byers catches it. Oh!
All right, look from this
angle. A flag was thrown. Really?
Oh, that was a LeBron flop. That was a LeBron flop.
Jada Byers can do it all. Jada Byers can do it all.
That looked like the World Cup in soccer.
Yeah. They just need to come and take him off on the stretcher, and then he'll come right back.
He'll come right back in.
Yeah.
All right, Team Gaither, 1st and 10 on the 26 as Draylon Ellis lets it rip to number 11, Ashawn Belcher from Shaw. Big-time catch, guys. Draylon Ellis, what a throw.
A fantastic throw. And Bucky, it looked at a first appearance, was he trying to throw shorter underneath? But I think he had his target all the way on this one. Look at this throw.
You know what this reminds me of, Charles? It's one of those things where you go to Dre, you're like, who are you throwing to? Yes.
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 Yeah. Now that you said that, Charles, it looked like he was going to Dean.
And that ball goes over, and Belcher gets it.
Ball at the 47-yard line, 1st down. Ellis lets it go again. Same pattern as he goes to Belcher again.
And that's back-to-back nice routes against number 29,
this
Robert
is the 2-minute warning.
All right, we've got the 2-minute warning, and we'll see because they're getting close to field goal range at the very least. Oh, we've got some excitement here at Yeoman Stadium at the campus of Tulane University. We'll be right back to see if Team Gaither can knot it up or win this ball game.
Every year.
Thank you for watching the 2025 All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. All-State, you're in good hands.
All right, we are back at Yeoman Stadium, Tulane University. Guys, Team Gaither is driving, and Draylen Ellis, the quarterback out of Tennessee State, has them rolling. Now it is 17-14. There is no overtime, so we are expecting Team Gaither to play for the win here. Ellis, plenty of time, great protection. Now he gets closed on.
Good job feeling it late. Good job by him feeling it late. Dante Reed, after the great protection you talked about, Steve, no one could get him open downfield. So that's really good coverage. But Bucky, you know what I'm locked in on? This is the biggest drive of the game. Look who Team Gaither gave the ball to be their quarterback down the stretch. Not the starter in this game.
Speaks volumes.
Eric Phoenix. This is one where Draylen Ellis won the job during the day.
He won the job. He has 2 touchdown passes. They've been more productive when he's been in the game. I understand it.
Ellis steps back. Byers releases left.
Oh.
Big time pressure. Ellis taken down.
There's your MVP, folks.
Traquan Thomas, the first one to get to him. Oh, my goodness.
Just engrave the trophy.
Yeah, CJ Presley got some, too.
Team Gaither.
Yeah, but
final of the half.
57, the hand swipe as he goes around number 73, Cam Johnson. That's 4 on the day. I'm not much of an engraver, but you can go ahead and fire up the tool that you use to do it. And go ahead and start smoking.
Team Gaither just used its final timeout with 1 minute and 39 seconds left as well. So that changes the play calls and everything else as it's 3rd down.
Look how
they try to rally.
Bucky, how about how Thomas stayed with it? He's just almost missed on the first part, but reached out again on the second to grab the leg and pull him down.
Think about so many great pass rushers in the NFL level who went on 2nd and 3rd effort. The relentlessness. We call it the competitive stamina. All of those things that he exhibited. Man, what a great day for him.
They're back to Mississippi Valley State formation.
The gunslinger Archie Cooley, the godfather of
Draylen Ellis can't get it out of his first read. He's got to bounce it out. Scramble drill right now. Rips at the bottom.
That's it.
Picked off. Intercepted. Looks like number 30, Amon Scarborough. Another Alabama State product on the pick. Traquan Smith from Alabama. Traquan Thomas from Alabama State's been doing work, and his teammate closes the deal. Are we doing an NFL turnover celebration here?
Absolutely.
Feel it, fellas. They should. Feel it, fellas.
Remember this celebration all began during COVID when no one was in the stands. And they started doing the pictures at the end. And that was the roots of it, the genesis of this celebration.
All right, a minute.
Watch the tip. Ball goes off the receiver's hand. And there's the tip drill. Scarborough pulling it down.
Tips and overthrows. Tips and overthrows.
As a defensive back, you work out all the time, right, Bucky? You do tip drill every day.
Every day. Tips and overthrows, run to the ball. Good things happen.
And give credit to number 47, Caleb Grant. 5'7", 201-pound inside linebacker. First team All-SIAC last year.
The Morehouse.
He is our representative for Sam Mills, the field mouse.
There you go.
And playing in this game.
And remember, Team Gaither, no timeouts. So Team Robinson gets to play the best formation in all of football, that being the victory formation.
Boy. Oh, we dancing on the sideline.
Hey, real quick now. The Celebration Bowl, which is for the Black College National Championship, was won by who?
Jackson State.
Who was their coach?
T.C. Taylor.
Okay. The team they played was South Carolina State, which is coached by who?
Shedis Berry.
2-0.
Who's coaching Team Gaither?
Oh. What I'm feeling,
Steve,
he owns them. I feel like that's what you're hitting.
I mean, Steve, you trying to start something.
I'm just stating the facts, fellas.
I mean, you try to start something.
I'm not. Look, this is what it is.
And you know something? Both of them hope that you are, because that means they're meeting more celebration bowls.
There we go. We are at the finish line. Team Robinson, made up of players from the Southwestern Athletic Conference and the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, wins the 4th annual All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl 17-14 over Team Gaither. Guys, we had a lot of exciting action, and coming up, we are going to have our offensive and defensive most valuable players. A lot of folks we could choose from, as both of these teams, guys, as you mentioned, this might have been the most spirited. And let's take a look at the closing deal play that sealed it for Team Robinson.
I mean, this is what we talk about. Defensive back meeting rooms every day. Run to the ball, tips and overthrows. Got to have those. Great pick. Way to seal it out. That's the way you finish off a game.
Like ball went off his hands, but give Caleb Grant credit for being there to make sure that he couldn't go up and try and double clutch on the receiver.
Yep.
And then the ball goes through for Scarborough.
And it looks like 45, C.J. Presley.
He's in hot pursuit.
Looks like Presley is in hot pursuit and really has a shot at getting him. So just all of this disruption.
There's Presley. Now watch 47. Right there. See that?
Yes.
See how he takes the arm away?
And he had that man coverage. That's Jada Byers coming out of the backfield. So a big week with a lot of performances, and a lot of guys showed up today. This is one, again, we didn't see a lot of cracks in the armor in the game, which kind of shows where this game has evolved to, guys.
I would say just the overall improvement of the gameplay. Really impressed with not only the talent, but I would say the execution. You talk about Chennis Berry, 4th time here, understanding the lay of the land when it comes to the game. All of these things really made it.
So you mentioned Presley, right? He's here, so he's going to be the first one to pursue. But then, watch here. That's Grant. He's going to pick up the receiver. So now as it watches it, watch it in the backfield. Now here comes Ellis out. Remember Presley, the first guy we circled? See him in pursuit right there. But then the ball's thrown, and now on the hit, Grant makes the play, helps knock the arm away. And who ultimately gets it? Scarborough.
Well, that's really, really good play right there, Charles. Way to break that down. Again, these guys have only had 3 practices all week. Now, they were real spirited practices, but the discipline that these guys played with, just excellent, excellent performance. Okay, so looks like we're getting set up, and we're getting our MVPs. Mike Yams.
Look, but the defensive one has to be a lock.
Yeah.
And I really think the quarterback, Richardson, because he's coming from the winning team, I think if it had been the losing team, I think we probably would have been looking at the quarterback, Draylon Ellis.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, good performances from guys on both sides. Some of the studs we talked about showed up. I think Jada Byers had a really strong game for Team Gaither.
It's hard for runners in a game like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're going to spray it around a little bit throwing it. Hard to get full rhythm, so unless you break some big ones. But I really think, you know, this is pretty simple about defense for sure. And you can debate offense, but I feel like Richardson's going to be the guy.
All right, well, let's find out, and let's get it down to the field in our Mike Yam.
Steve, terrific job on the call. What an absolute finish. This game had everything. We had the offensive plays, the defensive plays as well, and Team Robinson coming out victorious. We got their head coaches, we got some legends, and we got offensive and defensive MVP. But first, let's start with the offense here. Shaq, you got a pretty good quarterback that you get to hand an award to.
Congratulations.
Daniel Richardson, your offensive player of the game. All right, so I watched you ball out all week at practice. You told me you were going to have a good game. You delivered for me. What's it like to be honored like this?
Just a blessing, you know, just to be here, get this opportunity. Shout out to the offensive line. Can't do without them. The guys, you know, the receivers and the running backs, tight ends making plays. But one thing I remember what Coach said, he said, put on for your city, put on for your family, and put on for your school. And that's what I did today.
When you reflect back on this experience, what's going to be the memorable moment for you?
Just the legacy, you know, just to come back to this game and, you know, just to say I did it and show the other guys the way.
All right, congratulations once again. All right, we'll shift our attention to the defense. This guy was an absolute monster. Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Traquan, I will let you get your award. All right, so you wreaked havoc in this game. 4 sacks. You had 10 last year. You got 4 in this game. Explain to me what got into you.
Honestly, man, I just did my 1 of 11, bro. I did my job, my teammate did their job, and, hey, I came out with 4.
All right, I asked Daniel this question because I know how significant this game is for the community, for the fans, and for you guys as players. When you think back at this experience, this last week, everything that you went through to get this and earn this, what's going to resonate over the years?
Honestly, man, this was special. This is special. So, like, going back, just help my guys get here, you know, show them the work, you know what I'm saying? And just, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm speechless right now. I'm sorry. but just tell them boys, you know, do the work, bro. Do the work, put in the grind, bro, and you can be here too.
Well, both of you guys put in the work. Congratulations, both of you. I want to hear from some of these coaches. All right, Coach Taylor, I'm going to start with you here. Take me through this because it seemed like the game plan was effective. You guys come out victorious. What are you most proud of when you watch this team and pull out this win?
Just basically for a team that came together this week and found a way to finish in the fourth quarter. I think this game was a tale of 2 halves. You know, we came out on fire in the first half, and Team Gaither, they responded in the second half, but our defense found their way to finish. We had some great drives offensively by these guys. So, you know, just a great week of preparation.
Coach, the defense obviously was strong for most of this game. Congratulations on that side. I heard you in pregame. We showed it on NFL Network. You were fired up. You were fired up all week. What do you hope the guys that played for you this entire week take away from this experience?
Well, we talked about starting fast and focusing in the middle through the adversity, like Coach said, tell of 2 halves. And we talked about finishing. And then the biggest thing, I think they had a lot of fun. I hope they take the fun they had this week. Such a great event put on by tremendous sponsors and just everybody involved.
Coach, candidly, one of my favorite parts is you're so serious during practice. I saw that pick and you were smiling. I don't see a whole lot of those. So, but congratulations on the win, Steve. What an absolute treat to be on the sidelines for this one. I'll let you guys take it away.
Congratulations to the most valuable players, to Doug Williams and James Shack Harris for staging another great All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Guys, again, we've been here from the jump. Just your thoughts on this game.
Look, I thought this is the best one that we've seen. Not only from the talent, but I would say the coaching and the execution. The gameplay was terrific. We got a chance to see everyone really show what they do really well. And when you're evaluating, you come to these games, you hope that you have an opportunity to see guys put in their best light.
Yeah, we came into this game talking about some of these gentlemen have an opportunity to show their wares for the NFL, and they'll be evaluated for that. Like any all-star game, on any level, the vast majority will not.
Right.
But those players acquitted themselves nicely today, and they get to go on to what I call their life's work, carrying this with them. A great memory, a great last week of being able to play football, and all those lessons that football taught them will now allow them to be productive citizens out there doing whatever it is that they choose as a profession.
And Charles, it's interesting you said that, and it's great you said that, because the one thing I think we all noticed with these young men this week is the appreciation of the history of this game, the opportunity that they have, and the fact that if they don't go to the NFL, yeah, maybe there's the UFL, maybe there's the Canadian Football League, but there's life. And they've made friends, guys they played against for years, that they're going to hold on to forever.
And I think it worked out perfectly. Bucky talked about the opportunity for the NFL. Bucky was an NFL player. I talked about doing your life's work. I did life's work. So it worked out perfectly. We had a detail going into it.
So absolutely fantastic, guys. Once again, an absolutely treasured experience working with you, your knowledge, your brilliance.
Right back at you. Way to be our quarterback.
Just absolutely appreciate it. As you're looking at some of the spectacle, not just a game, it's an event. It is legacy, which is part of the name. I want to thank all of our folks behind the scenes who made the magic happen. Mike Yam on the sidelines, Bucky Brooks, Charles Davis, Steve White, as we leave you from New Orleans at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Robinson, 17-14. Everybody have a wonderful night.